A Jack Daniel's swilling, pizza-eating, dog-hating, whore-using, cocaine-abusing, hairy-back, big-belly blowhard from New Jersey. The fat little bastard known as Artie Lang!
Hey, Artie Quitter Podcast, Artie Lang Uncensored from Hoboken. Is that you cheerleading?
I am a little bit.
I appreciate it. I need it. Kind of a special show to the open of the show here. You know, everybody says to me sometimes, Jesus Christ, on cue. That's the doorman. Who is that? Let's see what it is. Well, this is great live radio. It's one of the guys that do the podcast. Do you guys listen to the podcast quite a bit? Do you know who the players are? Stacy Pressman. Mm-hmm. She's the chick with Boschetti. Who was that, Dan?
Stacy and Grillo.
Stacy and... How big are Stern fans are you? Know Grillo?
Grillo?
Yeah. He's coming.
Steve Grillo?
Yeah, Steve Grillo.
He'll be here?
He's coming up.
Oh my God.
Isn't it great in the Stern role who people think are celebrities?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Oh, great.
No, I love him. I love Grillo too. Well, you're on a special night.
Twub Shelvliga.
Well, dude, okay, great. You are fans. This is perfect.
Yep.
Grillo, you are a douche. To show the douche that you are. That was one. I'll tell you what. A chick yelling at that level, you just have to go in a closet and just put your head in a pillow and say, "Are you done yet?
Yeah.
Is the fucking hurricane over?" All right. Well, you know, on Twitter's a great thing because sometimes the fans, the fans who listen to this podcast, I consider such hardcore fans. I really consider you family. It's so nice for you guys to pay attention, and even the people that steal it. It takes time. You know, on the other day, I'm on Twitter and I see a kid. Mostly people are mean sometimes, but I love when people are nice and they're clearly big fans and good guys. And I'll ask you to give it better verbatim, but it basically said that you had gone through some health problems and it was a quest to meet me. This is Jerry, by the way. Jerry, what he's a fan. What did it say?
Jerry, I'm gonna get abused.
No, well, go ahead.
I think by the audience.
Don't worry about that. You're with me.
I went on the sub. Are you familiar with Reddit?
Yes.
Yes. I went on the subreddit Howard Stern.
Right.
So I said I'm going to be on.
Go ahead.
Potentially interviewed by Artie Lang. Do you have any questions that you'd like to ask?
What would you just do that as a goof or something?
No, I said it was after you confirmed.
No. I'm talking about before that.
Before that.
I would say before that. What made me call you?
Well, that was on Twitter.
Right. That's what I want to talk about first. Okay, so Twitter.
Okay. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It said something like you had some health problems. And
yeah. I sent a tweet out to you saying life was tough and I've been dealing with health issues.
Right. Your kidney is something. And
I have stage 4 kidney failure.
Oh, wow. Jeez. You look great. Yeah, you look very healthy, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look better than me. That's for sure.
Thank you. I knew you'd say that.
But that's okay. That's some serious shit. Go ahead.
It's serious enough to the point where
he wanted to meet his hero, Artie Lang.
Yeah. That's basically what it said. It said something like it was my lifelong quest to talk to Artie Lang, which was great.
And you could have just
right. Well, listen, I got to tell you something. First of all, your brother's here, Tom and Jerry.
Hello.
Older brother. And you're from Rhode Island. Or where are you from?
Connecticut.
Connecticut, okay. Close enough.
Hard hit, New Bern.
Yeah. So you're wearing a giant hat. So basically I see that and I go, everybody always says, "Oh, you're so nice to respond to people." Why is that nice? I mean, I don't know. I consider the guy like a family member. He's, paying to listen to me. It's no skin over my back. He clearly is a good guy. And I'm like, you want to meet me? I don't care. It's no big deal. It's not like meeting Elvis or something. These people go out of the way to say, "Oh, you're so nice." I'm like, really? I think I'm being kind of normal. He's being nice. I said, this guy's being nice. He pays to hear me, and he's saying, "Where's Grillo?" I don't know. Grillo, Grillo went to the. He went in the back. Make sure you wander around. Where's Grillo? All right.
I can't believe Grillo's here.
Yeah, well, we're going to get into that. It's a kind of a special night. Stacy's here, everything. Boschetti is in Staten Island, so who cares? And I said, he's the one being nice. Like, I feel obligated to him, sort of like, if the kid wants to meet me, and it's like, first of all, lifelong quest, I mean, that's flattering as hell. And so I reached out for you on Twitter. And I said, if you want to come around. And you got back to me kind of excited. I said, really, it's no big deal. I'd love to meet you. And it sounded like you went through kind of a hard time. So, and people say, why do you pick him? Well, he went through some shit. He looks good now, but he went through some shit. So why not come up? So cut to what? Now what? I contact you, and then what happens? The Reddit thing, or we make a date to do this?
Well, yeah, you blew my mind by saying, where are you? I'll meet you.
Right. I said I'd meet you at first because sometimes you don't want people over.
Blew my mind.
Yeah.
So, of course, that night I went into Reddit and I made a new thread.
Right.
I was like, I'm going to meet Artie. I went to r Howard Stern.
Right.
Like the subreddit.
Right.
And I said, I'm going to meet Artie. Do you guys have any questions? And
yeah, I'm sure there was like, how bloated is his liver? Yeah. You get that going on.
Yeah. I made the mistake of opening a thread.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did that too. I got sentimental once on Twitter by mistake. I announced I was getting engaged. The first tweet back was "Eat a dick, fatty." yeah. So that happens.
Well,
that's fine.
This one wasn't too bad,
right?
But
Reddit, it can get evil on Reddit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
One of the first questions was, "How big's his dick?"
Wait, how would you know that? We haven't met yet.
That's what I told
You can answer that tomorrow.
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow if I'm lucky.
I'll give you a couple girls to Google.
The best part about the story was he told me that you got back to him and sent him a message. Let me get your number. So we're driving in the car, talking back and forth.
Right.
Is he really gonna call you? Well, the phone rings. Jersey City's calling. Roll up the windows, turn on the volume. It's you. We're like, I'm sitting there, my mouth hit the floor.
Yelled at him.
Put your window up.
We're not fucking around.
I'm smoking a Parliament.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I hear it. Well, it's funny. I don't really, again, I don't
It
think
was
of
a Pall
myself.
Mall, one of those long things.
I don't think of myself as like a famous person. It's weird. And so but you realize, I mean, it's really a testament to how big the Howard Stern show is. People really they love that show, and it's an intimate thing. And I appreciate it. So I called you, and I realized, okay, I do have to give time here to maybe the guy doesn't believe it. But, I mean, who's going to pretend to be me? So that happens, and what happens after that?
After that, let's see.
We made a plan, right?
We made a plan.
We made a plan.
Right, we made a plan to
You
come
said
up.
get to Jersey.
Right.
And we got our asses here today.
Yeah, and your brother got involved.
Yep.
And
I was the ride. I
right.
took him off of work, and
When you
we
sent
made a day
me,
of it.
when you sent me the when you followed me,
right.
just so you know, that was like a big deal.
Yeah, I know, but that's the other thing.
It's a
I'm
small
pressing
things.
a button. Like that's and people go, it's a big deal. Dan, who is that guy? Who is that guy?
Just a random dude.
The Grillo. Who's that guy?
Oh, that's my business. He's Roy.
Oh, okay.
Grillo.
Grillo brings a guy. That's okay. How you doing? We'll get to all you guys later. We just started. Just could you clap your hands if you go in another room?
I can't believe Grillo's here.
Grillo's here. Grillo's a big star to you guys. These guys are big Stern fans, Grillo. They were doing an imitation of you before. Grillo always looks like he's about to start a race war in Minnesota. The chain is connected to I mean, what's going on? First of all, I love Grillo. One of the best men I've met from the show. Good man.
You're the best.
A genuinely good guy, Grillo. And I was always a big fan of Grillo before I got on the show. And when I was just a listener, I always loved the stories. And Dad's a mailman, and blah blah blah.
That's what bugged me out, because the first time I met you was at Scores, and you were walking out.
Right.
And I was like, because I was a fan of yours.
Right.
So,
when was this? Before I was on Howard?
no, you were on Howard,
okay, yeah.
but you were on Howard, and everything was going really good for you there, and I was happy that you were on the show and that you were part of it, and that you were really adding something different to the show.
Right.
And I saw you. I was coming into Scores. You were leaving.
Well, that's why I was leaving.
Yeah. Well, I wonder why you were leaving. So, and I remember going, "Hey, man, I don't know if you know who I am. I'm Steve Grillo. I used to work on the show." And you were like, "Wait, you don't think I'm a fan of the show?" He goes, "I know you went to Hunter College. I know your dad's a mailman." I was like, "Holy shit, really?" That was so cool.
I didn't
blew me away.
I didn't know Hunter College. But yeah.
Yes, you did.
I know I did. I love you. Like, I went in there. I had been in show business for 5 years. You got to understand. I was on 2 network television shows as a regular. By the time, I don't mind telling you, I was a self-made millionaire in comedy by the time I got there. I was on a sitcom, major movies. I had played, major stand-up gigs. I was a regular on these talk shows, and I didn't feel like I was in show business until I got in that. I walked in the Howard Stern show, and so I did all that in show business. Kids I went to high school with heard me on the show and went, "You went into comedy?"
Yeah. You know, because and the weird thing is when you joined, I actually thought it was like a step backwards for you.
No, dude. See, you're thinking like my dumb agents, my stupid agents in California. Like you were just on a network sitcom. You want to do a radio show? I'm like, I wish I could crawl through the phone and hit you with a fungo bat. It's not a radio show. I'm not doing the Z Morning Zoo in fucking Peoria. It's fucking Stern. It's the only show that when you plug stand-up gigs, they put asses in the seats. And a week later, I went from playing the Funny Bone to fucking Carnegie Hall. That guy was real visionary, that guy.
You did one of the best revenge movies ever.
What is that? Oh,
Dirty Work. What? There's Count 'Em on Crisco.
That's where you got.
There's Sleepers, and then there's Dirty Work. They're three of the best revenge movies ever.
Crisco. Crisco is the oil you just clean shit in the kitchen. That's why I love Grillo. Who else would say Count 'Em on Crisco? And he pronounces Dirty Work properly. I would look. Hang on, but you're
yeah. We'll chill out. Yeah, you guys. I don't want to get in your face.
I love you though. These are good. This is a love fest. We love you. Grillo, the stuff in the. If you want to finance the feed for the race wars, go. Look at the camouflage pants.
If you told me,
if you see that guy driving a van in Oklahoma City, you pull him over.
If you told me the other day that I'd be fighting Steve Grillo for a microphone on the Artie Lang show,
well, get ready. You might be fighting him for a joint later.
That's probably gonna happen. I'd say you're a crazy person.
So listen, I appreciate you guys being sort of flattered by it, but it really is like I think. I sort of should do this. It's like, I mean, you guys are the reason I don't have to work for a living.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this apartment. I'm not going to tell you, this doesn't grow on trees.
No.
And I got this from not working. My father climbed roofs for a living, and you guys are the reason for it. And the least I can do is bring you in here and say hi. Especially if you went through an illness, I feel, you look good, but I feel like I'm obligated to you, And,
it means a lot. It really does.
It means a lot. And the thing with the kidneys is it sneaks up on you.
Oh, I know. So what? So now what? Give us. I mean, talk about it as much as you want, but you're clearly you look like a ball player. You look like a healthy kid.
It sneaks up on you.
Sure, it's very difficult. Yeah.
It's.
And now, it wasn't from any specific thing. You think it was just like an hereditary thing, or you just got dealt a bad deck with
Started at 16.
Right.
I went to the hospital and they thought I had Hawaiian punch in a cup.
Okay.
And
I hear you.
It was my urine.
Right. I hear you.
And they said you probably have kidney issues as you get older.
Right.
I think they were expecting it when I got older.
So they didn't give you like a diagnosis or prognosis there, right? They didn't know what it was.
No. Then I went to the hospital for depression.
Right. Because of the kidney. What is that? Girl, is that your phone?
That's not me, man.
What was that? I feel like we're on a talk show.
Wish Howard was here.
That is the thing about the story. At any moment, it goes off on a tangent. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So you cut the Grillo making his potato, his baked potato. That's one of my favorite stories ever.
See, Howard would turn that into like an hour. Of
well,
radio
first
gold.
of all, if you want to know if Howard's sort of like runs a tight ship, just picture Grillo's hands are shaking because he's afraid the baked potato's not going to be. And Stuttering John's next to him going, you better make sure to make potatoes peeled right. It's a lunatic asylum. Again, better than work though. When did you guys start listening to Howard? You're 28, you're 33 as a young age, right?
I always had it on when I was driving to work or whatever.
Right.
When it was just on a regular radio in Hartford, it was 104.
We were big in Hartford.
Yeah.
I said Howard got big. I'm saying I know from doing stand up there. I played a place called Webster. The Webster.
I went and saw you there once.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
amazing gig. What great crowds. Oh,
amazing.
God. One of those places where like the couch in the green room, if you hit it really hard, enough coke will come out of it to get you 3 to 5 for possession with intent. But look. Some bands played there on the tail end, like Megadeth.
Sure.
I remember David Mustaine said to the stage manager told me, who was the Metallica guy who then went? Was it Megadeth? The Metallica guy started. The guy who was in Metallica? Yeah. Okay. What did he start? Megadeth.
Yeah.
Okay. He was playing there as Megadeth, and it was like half full. It was back on the decline, and Metallica selling out arenas, and he was kind of bitter. But the stage manager said he was all depressed, and he went out there after the halfway part of the show and said, I got to go be Satan for another hour.
Yeah.
You got to put the kids through college.
Yeah, you got to do it.
So that happens in your life, and then you got depressed, which a lot of people would.
Yeah.
Based on the illness.
Well, I feel like you're no stranger to depression.
No, I'm not. Absolutely. So I'm trying to figure out the year. Now you're 20. So I was on Howard at the time when this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I was pretty open about all that stuff.
Yeah, you were so open.
Right.
And I remember you saying like you felt like it was like a wet blanket on you.
It could be. It could. Sometimes you couldn't physically get out of
that's-
bed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a great analogy for depression.
It's
Is
very
that
difficult.
wet
People don't
blanket.
understand it. They don't. You know. And so what happens? You went away. You were hospitalized for it?
Yeah, more than once. They're looking now into more of like a manic depressive
Right.
type thing.
Right. Did they put you immediately on medication? Like almost immediately they put you on stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. And some stuff
I've
works
been
better
on-
than others, you know.
Yeah. I've been on and off probably everything.
Really? Okay. See, they tried stuff with me. They gave me lithium, which I'm pretty sure Ozzy Osbourne's on. I had a bad experience with it because if you watch Ozzy, like now he does those concerts.
Yeah.
There's a documentary on Showtime. It's so sad but funny. His wife and kids won't stop shopping, so he has to keep singing those songs in every city in the world. You see his wife and kids shopping at Tiffany's in Beverly Hills. You cut to him in Helsinki like, Mr. Crowley, lend me your my wife won't stop shopping. But I think because when I was on lithium, I had the same thing. You walk around like you're always afraid you're going to walk into wet paint. You got your hands in front of you, and that's what he looks like. And then he still trips over the ottoman.
Oh yeah.
So what did they? Did they put you on strong stuff at first? Or you didn't.
No, because my history of alcohol abuse.
You can't drink with it, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
and they won't put me on like Valium or anything.
That was another thing. You talk about Stuttering John getting away with it. Like John, I would tell John he was on an antidepressant for a little while, and he talked about it on the air. So, and I would tell him about the drinking and stuff, and he would have the pills. We would go to a gig, and he thought you could take it like to work like a Valium or something. Like it takes time to get your system. You can't. It's not like Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he's trying to do stand up and he thinks he's gonna immediately get better.
Yeah.
So we were like in Boston or something. He's got a couple of pills on the dashboard. He's drinking a fucking Rolling Rock. He goes, Artie, hand me a Lexapro. Hand you a Lexapro.
Takes 2
John,
months.
yeah, exactly. John, it takes 2 months to get your system. Well, you're on in 30 seconds.
Some placebo effect going on, I guess.
First of all, no drug was making that funny. But anyway, he goes on stage and goes, what do you think about it? He told me he's trying to get a Comedy Central special. I'm going, well, you do 20 minutes on Gary's teeth. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Oh my god.
Me and DePaulo would have to do a half an hour and an hour each. John got more money. Here's what John's act was. Casey's a fag. Artie's fat. Gary's got big teeth. Here's Nick DePaulo. Hand me a Lexapro.
That's great.
Hand you a Lexapro. Oh my god!
Lexapro.
And then I learned to get the check separate because John would always lose the check, so I get my cut. And then this happened once we're driving back from DC. John pulls over to take a leak. While he's taking a leak on Route 95 at 4 a.m., he loses Nick's check, and we don't find out till the next morning.
Oh my god.
Nick, I lost your check.
It's covered in piss on the
Yeah,
side
exactly. On Route 95, you want to try to get it to Maryland.
Yeah.
Nick's like, fucking pay me anyway. Because now I got to wait for the... I'm putting a deck on my fucking house, douchebag. 7 weeks. The guy said 7 weeks. Oh, the fucking stories. So, I mean, how you feeling now, bud? I mean, I'm glad you're here. I mean, listen, you want to hang out anytime, consider me a friend. You know, you and your buddies, some of the good guys, giant hats. We could get some sausage and peppers. If it makes you feel better, you look forward to it. Come down, hang out.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I think that's amazing.
Do you feel okay? You look good.
I feel good. Yeah,
you feel better.
Yeah.
That's good.
He's a beast. He's
You can tell.
Throws me around.
Built strong, man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, it's
So he's gonna get through this.
I think
I'm not
so.
too worried about it.
I
I'm
think
not
you'll
too
be
worried
fine.
about it.
You're gonna be fine.
It's just
man.
the next stage is.
Well, what is it? What are
that-
they? Yeah, I mean, talk about it as much as you want, but what do you got?
I don't
going
want to
on there?
like. Yeah, I won't be all depressed about it.
No. This is interesting. That's the reason I got a podcast. I want to be interesting.
I hope your fans like it.
No, well, listen.
They're gonna tear me apart.
You're one of my fans, so you're
Yeah.
one of. I mean, believe me, they'll be sitting there
They're
soon
gonna-
bitching
oh
about
my
something.
God. Who's this fag?
Yeah, right. Susan's
Why? My kidneys are failing.
Why? I got a kidney stone. Wah, wah, wah.
I need a new kidney. Wah, wah, wah.
I don't have a heart that works properly. Wah, wah, wah.
I have AIDS and I have no feet.
It'll take the heat off me for 5 minutes.
I'll take the heat off them. Wah, wah, wah. I'm diabetic. I got no feet. Wah, 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 wah. I'm blind. I can't see my feet because I have no feet. I'm blind anyway, so who cares? Even if I had feet, I couldn't see them. Wah, wah, wah. See, you're very perceptive. The first time I did the wah, 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 that's how I did it in that cadence. Everybody thinks it's wah. Every douchebag at the show yells out wah. I'm like, dude, you're doing it wrong.
I've studied it pretty well. It's 3 wows.
That first day, man, I said some dark shit about those girls that were amputees. And I just, Howard was laughing. He just let me go on a roll. And the next day on the air, he goes, that was the darkest bit you've ever done. Like, giving me shit. I'm like, well, you were egging me on. I'm just trying to get a paycheck.
Well, I always thought, like, maybe I'm wrong. The joke is it's so bad.
Right.
That you're making light of it.
Absolutely. You hit the nail on that. It's called irony. Yeah, right, exactly.
It's ironic.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
Some people don't understand that.
They don't. Most
they don't get it.
Artie's bloated liver does not get it.
Why? I have cancer. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, and the girls, again, I'm not goofing on the fact they have cancer. And then I started goofing on me, It's,
that's the joke.
Right.
Of course.
They don't get it. But don't you, that is true. A sense of humor does help you get through life. Like the fact that you understand that and get it, you're happier in life, you are. Which is why, I feel this is my medicine for the world. I'm sorry. That's not why I did it, but thank you. But again, to be a guy that supports me, and I saw that you were
Love you.
sort of down and out, and you're sitting here is great, and you're welcome to come anytime and hang out. Now, what do you do, Tom? When you work close to home? You still around the house? You married?
No, I'm not married yet. But
Right.
I have a girlfriend I've been with for 6 years.
Oh, that's cool.
So marriage is around the corner.
Is that so? You're gonna marry her? This is the one?
Yeah, I think
Good
so.
for you, man.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And I run a liquor store, so I'm like, imagine that irony.
Perfect. This is the best family ever.
Yeah,
It's perfect for his alcoholic brother.
Irish. Yeah, Irish.
It
family.
helps me out a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like my cousin opened up a bookie store. I'm a bookie.
Yeah.
Well, you listen in life. What do? You need some help getting through. John Lennon said it. Whatever gets you through the night. It could be booze. It could be whatever.
Everyone's got
Unfortunately,
something.
yeah, right. You prefer booze nowadays. Unfortunately, these kids in Minneapolis are joining the caliphate.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on in Minneapolis? That was another stat that most of those kids who go over there are from Minnesota for some reason. I mean, are the Twins that bad?
It must be.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, why is that? That's so fucking weird. Minnesota, one state. I've said it before. The worst thing to follow on the road is a stand-up. It's a guy a local guy who does local references. You can't follow that, because they laugh so hard because it's talking about one of them.
Sure.
This fucking kid, he was a hack, but he destroyed. I had to follow him in Minnesota. I'd been on Stern for 3 years, so I was sort of doing well. They were all there to see me, but he's killing with material like he's mentioning people who work at a deli that everybody in the room knows. He goes, hey, you ever go ice fishing out of Lake Guadamantuba and you stop at Ed's Deli first and they got the daughter with the lazy eye gives you the privilone, you're like, what? And they're like, they're hitting the walls. The daughter with the lazy eye. And then the grandmother Amanda comes out and she farts in the house dress. Yeah! The grandmother Amanda. Yeah. I'm just thinking, why the fuck am I following this? I'm trying to think of Vikings I could mention. Oh, Ahmad Rashad? No. Let's go back to the deli.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's got the accent. You're in Lake Guadamantuba, you ice fishing, and you buy bait from that guy at the bait shop. You know Ned's Bait Shop? Yeah. The light on Ned's Bait Shop sign is out, so the E is out. It just says N blank D. For the last 35 years? Yeah. We get it. You're from Minnesota. Try coming to Greenwich Village and doing that material.
Yeah.
It's a fucking accent.
That's
then,
great.
Then you got to meet the guy who owns the biggest Ford dealership in Minneapolis. His fat wife and 3 fat kids. Hi, I'm Ed Davenport. I own the Ford over there. Minneapolis Ford, biggest. Let me know if you ever need anything. You need mats for you drive a Ford? No, not in years. Okay. My son wants to meet you. He works the dealership. I could have guessed that.
Of course. Of course.
He's the only kid with a 3-piece suit left in America. Here he is. That's my 3-piece suit. I wore that at my graduation. Here, say hi to the man. The kid has no idea who I am. Do you know Justin Bieber? No. Do you know Limp Bizkit? Oh, yeah, we're going to join the caliphate. This kid wants to join the caliphate. Talk him out of it, Artie. I said, Artie, I'll talk you out of it. I'm looking to talk him into it. Don't worry, a suicide vest will never fit him. 3 of my sons got kicked out of the caliphate. The vest was too small. I told them sit-ups. Hey, the kid sells a Thunderbird like nobody else, though. The wife there is all depressed. An enormous wife.
I was thinking cankles. That.
The whole deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's got the cankles.
Cankles.
Hey, Amanda, show him your cankles. Are you the Amanda that works at the deli? Yeah. Oh, she's got pink eye. Show him your pink eye. Okay. My other son was going to come. He's got mono. He's does well with the ladies. He's got mono. Yeah, he was making out with an ATM machine earlier. You meet the whole Davenport Ford family.
Oh, yeah.
I run Davenport Ford, biggest dealership. Can you meet this guy first? The opener. We know the opener. He's great. He does all my private parties. And the opener's all bitter. He's like, you follow that, motherfucker. All right, dude. You're 38. Move to fucking New York. Nothing's happening. Your development deal isn't coming through. Your Minneapolis show that you pitched.
Yeah.
What about me? It's me. I go ice fishing. And then I kill and Artie Lang bombs. Ha ha
ha. You still hanging on to that one?
Yeah. Then we buy a Thunderbird from Ed Davenport. I'm gonna buy my first Jaguar from Ed Davenport. Ford bought Jaguar. Did you hear that? No. I want to get out of here. What are you gonna do right now, Art? I'm going to the green room. I'm trying to stick my head in the blender. I ordered a blender. How big of a fan of comedy are you? You like radio? Do you like a lot of stand-ups?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, who's your favorite?
I grew up. My mother would take me to Blockbuster.
Is that true? Like she would take you out to get comedy? Like your mother specifically wanted you to...
She would take me every weekend when I was a kid.
That's great. That's a good mom.
VHS.
Our mom is...
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
That's why I relate to you.
Right,
Close to the mother.
Yeah, me too. Now, what nationality are you guys?
Irish.
Ah, yeah. Good Irish people.
Yes, sir.
I love that. So you would go and what movies and stuff?
Oh my God, Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
I grew up on
Martin Lawrence is
these
very
VHS
black.
tapes of. I loved Chris Farley.
Yeah, he was. Again, I had the privilege of working with his last movie ever, Dirty Work. That guy off camera. I was a big fan of his, and Norm told me, he goes, have you ever met Farley? I said, no, I never met him. He goes, yeah, he's coming up here. He was up there for 2 weeks. And he goes, get ready, man. It is 2 weeks of a hurricane. You're not going to stop laughing. And in scenes, he was right. In scenes with him, I said a couple scenes, I'm going to laugh at it every time. And Don Rickles called me a baby gorilla. How am I not going to laugh at that?
Yeah.
I caught shit for it. I blew 20 takes. And then if you watch the movie, Norm is laughing. Norm never got the take right.
Yeah.
He never got the take.
Honestly,
right.
No, he didn't.
No, he doesn't.
I got it right.
And
That's
I love
one of our favorite movies. Dirty Work.
Well, you should rent The Deer Hunter.
And Don Rickles, is roasting Norm as
right.
Norm in the movie.
Well, yeah. The first take was like, "How did you get a movie?" Cut.
That's great.
You can't insult him as Norm.
No.
It's his character's Mitch.
Yeah.
Mitch and insult him. Cut. Mitch, how did you get a movie? Cut. Mitch isn't an actor in it. It makes no sense.
No.
Bob Saget trying to direct him.
What a scene. To be a fly on the wall. Bob Saget directing this shit show.
Don Rickles going like...
Farley going at it.
Bob Saget, he said to Saget, he goes, what are you directing for? You're a Jew. You're in Toronto. Just go back to that stupid video show. A cat fucked the dog. Get $20 million. 6 a.m. That's the energy Don Rickles had.
Yeah.
Me and Norm are like, we'll never be as funny as this. Let's just go home. Just tape this. Saget's a good guy, though. Yeah, Saget's a good guy. He was there the whole time and would not.
He seems like a good guy.
Yeah, very good guy.
I just have to say this. Personally, I remember hearing about the roast you missed.
I missed the roast. I would love to have gone
the
there.
Saget roast.
Yeah.
I remember being very upset. I was worried about you.
I was upset. They were all worried about me.
Yeah.
Norm thought I died.
I remember hearing Norm bombed. And I said,
Well,
there's no way.
Well, he did
then
it
I
on
looked,
purpose.
and
He was
did
being
it.
ironic.
Then when I replayed it,
It was
and actually
amazing.
saw it,
Yeah.
it was brilliant.
Yeah, it's great.
I had tears in my eyes, and people actually thought he bombed. He bombed on purpose.
I love how people don't understand that's what he was trying. I mean,
Yeah.
he's like, Norm's
It's
he's going
frustrating.
to tell those jokes. Like it's so,
Yeah,
I mean, the jokes were literally like, hey, Vin. The jokes were literally like, what? Yeah, they were, Gilbert's
Well,
full of baloney.
Yeah, exactly.
She's known for being a vegetarian. She may be a vegetarian, but she'll always be full of baloney in my book.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gilbert's the only one laughing.
Stamos is
Very
like, what's
dry.
going on?
Stamos doesn't know because
He's bombing on purpose.
He's good
doing
looking.
these old
Yeah, he's got
jokes.
nothing to worry about.
You don't get them. It's
Amazing.
fun. Yeah, it's funny. You know what happened? They were all worried about me. Like Norm and Saget were like, "Well, you're not telling us Artie died, right? Just tell us he died, please, because they want us to do the roast." And Stamos is like the only guy going, "Everything's going to be fine." And then I realized, Norm, yeah, because at the end of the day, whether I'm alive or dead, he's still John Stamos.
Yeah.
If I'm dead or alive, he still looks like John Stamos.
He's still Stamos.
Yeah, he's still fucking Denise Richards.
That's
that night.
fantastic.
Yeah, whether I'm dead or alive. He might pause for a second to think about it.
Yeah.
If I can just say to Norm, because I'll never probably see him in real life,
Good.
the hardest I've ever laughed in my life was at that Bob Saget roast. He says, "Hey Bob, you got a lot of well wishers tonight, and a lot of people that want to push you down one. A well."
How about like somebody? I think Norton gave him shit. And they cut to Norman. He's reading a paper.
Yeah.
They want to push you in a well.
Push you in a well. Push you in one. Oh yeah, he would make.
Seems a little harsh, but that's what it says
Seems a little harsh.
on this paper. I had tears in my eyes. I think
paper.
I think Norm Macdonald is the funniest human
Yeah.
being alive.
Very funny. Right?
And
Hanging out with him was just
yeah.
unbelievable. Yeah, like it was
I
very.
want him to know that I think that.
Like on planes, we'd be on planes together sometimes. We would do a gig in Vegas every once in a while. I'd open for him when we were doing the sitcom, and we'd go to the airport after a Friday taping in just our jackets and cigarettes. We didn't have toothbrushes, and we'd play Hold'em until the night. We'd get there like at midnight the night before our gig. We'd play Hold'em till the next day at 7:55 p.m.
Oh my.
The guy in charge of the stand-up had to drag us away from the poker table. We had wrinkled shirts. I'd go up and do 20 minutes. He'd do like an hour, and then we'd walk back. They got us a room with a pool in it at the Rio, like one of those crazy Vegas rooms that Dean Martin used to have. We were up there for 10 minutes. We used the place for 10 minutes to sit at the edge of the bed and cough.
And went back to the
And
poker
we went back
table?
down poker. The
Yes.
second night, same clothes. Had to pull us away, wrinkled collars. We both bomb. Then we played blackjack till the 1 a.m. flight to Los Angeles. I got paid 10 grand. Norm got like something like 40. We both lost like 60 grand apiece. The guy who ran the place said, "You guys come back anytime."
Yep.
Yeah, I bet.
We were on the plane going back to LA, and Norm was like holding his halter going, This was a discouraging weekend. But it was great. Then we went back and did the lowest rated sitcom of all time. But again, if you like Norm, the show's funny because such talented people on that show. Like Norm is so funny. I had Laurie Metcalf, and it's just a fun time. A fun time. All right, we're gonna take a break. I'm glad you guys. I want to say I'm glad you're here.
Thank
I'm
you
glad
for having
came.
us on here.
And I'm glad I saw you on Twitter, and I'm glad we met. And feel free, consider me a friend, buddy. You know, you want to talk because I go through the same shit a lot of times too. And you're going through a bit of a hard way, but I think you're going to pull out of it. And if you ever think, and no matter where I am in the country, I got my cell phone. Text me. Yeah. And I'm sure the Eastern European whore will understand. They're usually good guys. Yeah. And did I ever tell this story that I was of all places, San Francisco, shooting that movie The Bachelor, and I ordered a massage. And in San Francisco, of all places, 20 minutes later, I shower, I get in my robe, open the door, a dude with a massage table.
Was his name Igor or something?
Was a guy. So we're staring at each other for 10 seconds. I got to give him credit. And I go, "Dude, are you going to make me say this out loud?" He goes, "No." And he walked to the elevator.
Yeah.
"Dude, you going to make me say this out loud?" "No."
That's great.
They said the fucking guy. What do I look like? Greg Louganis? Don't answer that. All right. So are you going to hang out for a little while longer? We got some gluten-free muffins here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Grillo's going to show us how to put a chain on his pants.
Grillo.
Grillo walks around delivering pizzas like the ghost of Christmas past.
From a diehard fan, like,
yeah.
talk about a 2-for-1.
I know. He got all
Amazing.
excited.
This is
Grillo,
awesome.
when he saw you, got all excited.
Diehard fan.
Greg, the Grillo's a good guy. Grillo's one of those
Grillo's
guys,
a
you meet him
fucking
for
great
2
guy.
seconds, you know. He's
Howard busted his balls too much.
Yeah.
He was a great guy.
He's another one doing well on the K-Rock pension plan. We'll take a break, and it's a party, guys.
Thank you.
Tom and Jerry, hang out. Good to know you. Friends of the show.
Awesome.
All right, we're back. Artie Quitter podcast. Of course, the great Vinny Brand's here. You'll be seeing a lot of Vinny. He's a good man. I'm glad he agreed to come by. Owner of the Stress Factory, good comic, a friend. What's up, Vin?
I'm here. I'm actually.
Well, wait, I'm going to give him a special intro.
I was okay. I won't. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
While you were on your break, I was
Right.
pushing Stacy's buttons about politics.
About okay. Well, let's do
Trump.
that on the air.
Yeah,
let's
Trump.
do it on the air. By the way, big deal. Another win for Trump in Iowa. All the hookers agreed when they give a guy a blowjob while he's taking a shit, it's now called a Trumpkin. Yeah, and you know, Donald was on a press conference. These are going to be the best Trumpkins. These are going to be the best blowjob while you're shitting ever. They're already saying it's the best ever, and I endorse it. I thank them. Thank you for the hookers of Iowa. A Trumpkin. If you have to shit and you're a businessman, come here. They will blow you while you're shitting. Trumpkin.
Ew.
The best deal ever.
I'm in.
It was a Blumpkin. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You knew it.
I would never blow anybody.
How did you know that? Would you blow somebody while they're pissing?
Maybe. Okay.
That gets in the way.
Stacey was getting very worked up. She was very.
Well, I want to hear this. I can't. That's exactly what we need. But the big guest, a big surprise, a big surprise. Like when Bob Hope would stop by the Tonight Show. Well, maybe not. All I'll say is this. I'm going to do my intro like this. Grillo! You stole fuzzy lifting drink. Tracy Millman was the office manager, and she got into a legendary on-air fight with Steve Grillo. And I did an impression. Tracy's not here, but Steve Grillo is. So, Grillo, I'm going to announce you by going, Grillo! Grillo, there's top shelf liquor, Grillo. All my interns, they know that you're the loser you already are. Steve Grillo, what's up, buddy?
Oh, man, I've been dying to come on your show forever.
Oh, yeah. Well, you joined the threads on Reddit.
Yeah, no, I'm so happy to be here. What a view you got, man. Holy crap.
Well, some of us got paid an hour.
Unfortunately, it's in Jersey.
Well, no, I'm in Jersey looking at my favorite city.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that.
If you look real hard, you can see you riding a bike on 7th Avenue.
Yeah.
With a pizza.
You know what my
Or
view is?
rollerblading.
It's a brick wall, so this is a lot better.
Well, let me tell you something. First of all, I always say this about Grillo. People give him shit about his look. But he has a look.
They
do? He always has a chain. He always has a chain. He always looks,
I lose my wallet a lot, man. It helps me.
He looks like the guy at Bonnaroo who has bad math. The guy with the big chain and the cross, I gave him $80 for Molly.
Yeah, he never came back.
He said he'd be back right before Slipknot came on. Now explain the look. Like you look like you're about to start a race war in Minnesota.
I don't know what that means. There's really nothing to explain other than the
You got
fact that.
camouflage pants on.
Oh, that's right. I do. I forgot.
Yeah, and you got the chain. You got the wallet. Where's the chain hooked to? The wallet is
It's hooked to the season 5 Sons of Anarchy wallet.
Oh, you're the guy who bought that.
Yeah.
Do you really have a season 5?
That's Jack's season 5 wallet.
Katie Seagal's summer home, right there. Jack, you were into that show? There, good show by the way.
Well, it was a good show. Yeah. Well, we had the privilege of being on the set. It was pretty cool. Got to sit at the table.
Well, political correctness. I watched Daughters of Anarchy. They made that happen.
Well, what have you been watching lately? I've been watching Nurse Jackie. You should probably not watch that show.
All I do is watch. Well, hold for laugh. All I do is watch politics. That's it. I'm addicted to it. Sports, but I can't believe how Trump has turned this into the best show ever. It really has. It's unreal.
You can't stop watching him. It's just like, what the hell is going to come out of this guy's mouth next?
Again, what's happening with these other politicians is they're not used to someone who shows real human emotion. They can handle anything else but that. Like Jeb Bush, his circuits are blowing Because politicians, they could come back to anything except someone who's showing an emotion. Trump is showing real emotion. So Jeb Bush on those rehearsed fucking commercials, he can't look natural. He's like, every syllable, we have to defeat ISIS. We can't just contain them, we have to. And you cut to Trump going, I'll bomb the shit out of ISIS. He's a New Yorker. Trump is a rich kid, but his father was a construction worker. He's one generation out of construction work.
Yeah.
And he was raised that way. He's a Queens guy. He was a blowhard. He yells. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
And none of his answers are crafted by some guy behind some wizard behind a curtain.
No. They're not.
When I watch Marco Rubio or any of them talk, Ted Cruz, every day I ask God what to do. Everything they say is crafted by somebody.
Absolutely.
They're coached.
And Trump is in the back of his car going, what's going to come on my mind?
What Cruz and Rubio should do is embrace their Cuban heritage. And if they get in the White House, they should have the State of the Union guy should announce them by going, Mr. President, you got some splaining to do. Mr. President, are you at the club?
Babalu.
I know, and if the First Lady fucks us, you got some splaining to do, Mr. Cruz, Mr. President.
You remember the bits that they used to do on Howard with Fred and that
Fred,
was just
they would do
hysterical.
Fingering.
No, but they also he would beat Lucy. It was just, and he probably did.
Yeah, but they got away with more back then.
Yeah.
You know? Well, yeah. Well, Desi Arnaz was famous for cheating on Lucille Ball in
Well,
every room in the fucking studio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, he was Cuban.
He did invent the 3-camera shoot. You got to give him
4.
Was it 4?
Listen, you fuck around with that. Let me tell you something what he did. His famous decision. He says to CBS as they're doing a sitcom, they wanted to shoot it in New York. 'Cause at the time, that's where the only cameras existed, where you could shoot a sitcom. That's where Jackie Gleason did his show. And CBS said it cost $5,000 more a show. Desi Arnaz says to CBS, take the $5,000 out of my salary. One condition: I own the shows. And at the time, no one knew what you were going to do. And we usually they go, fine, take the show. What do we care? And the rest is history.
Wow.
The syndication came up, and he became a billionaire. And CBS made the worst decision ever. He said, $5,000, take it out of my salary. And I own the shows.
Wow.
Every time I'm in LA, we always like to go by Hollywood and Vine in the exact spot that Fred Mertz died.
Is that where he died?
Yeah, he had a heart attack on Hollywood and Vine. Me and Roy actually laid down because I did some research and I looked up on the internet.
I go to the old K-Rock studios and stand in the exact spot Steve Grillo died.
So no, it's
Grillo. Grillo, we walk 7 blocks by interns. They're wet. You promised us top shelf liquor.
That's another story. I should really tell the
we'll
truth
get
on
into that. We'll get it because I started doing the impression of her and I felt bad, but I'm doing a new character, Tracy Morgan Millman. Yo, Grillo, my interns they want a top shelf liquor.
Where's all the Hennessy at?
Grillo, it's Tracy. God, that's got an audience of about 5.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So what happened?
So no, he had a heart attack.
Steve Grillo telling a story.
Hollywood and Vine, and every
Did
time
he
we
really?
go, yeah,
The actual actor?
the actual actor, Fred Mertz,
What
which
was
is
his name? William
Froehlich.
Well, yeah, William.
Famous for Miracle on 34th Street.
I looked it up, and you actually there's articles, and you see that we figured out what corner it was, and we laid down on the floor and pretended we were having heart
did?
attacks. Yeah,
You wonder why you didn't get far in Hollywood.
Broad daylight? Tell me it was broad
it was
daylight.
at night. It was at night. And we were pretty
Broad
drunk.
daylight.
I mean, it's worse to die of broad daylight. I think in the middle of the street.
Who else
Yeah.
is we? You, David
I
Faustino?
had Roy, my partner, Roy.
People walk by, go,
David-
that's Fred Mertz dying.
Was David Faustino dying?
And no one
I
cared.
didn't know that story.
Yeah.
What year did he die, William Froehlich? 1911?
He was walking. He was walking somewhere. You could look it up
He's
on.
walking.
Google.
His career didn't go well.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So, here's the thing. He's famous for one other movie, one other thing, Miracle on 34th
Yeah.
Street. And he's always an old guy. He's old in that, too.
But I always thought he was miscast because Ethel seems so
Much
younger than
Young
him.
pussy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, miscast. Well,
That still happens in Hollywood.
Yeah, you doing logic with that show?
You watch Modern Family? For
I don't understand.
A Cuban guy in
30.
Lucy, yeah.
You could see in some episodes he was like having DTs. He was like shaking and stuff.
You
like
got
that.
some splaining to do, President Cruz.
How old was he when he died?
I don't know.
78.
Oh.
I read that out.
Oh, really? You just looked it up?
That was 1978. How often do you go to L.A.?
We go a lot for business.
Who's
so,
we?
Me and Roy,
with
my
the
company.
Roy,
Yeah.
Roy, by the way, Roy's here.
Roy McDonald.
And Roy, you guys are in business.
lovers.
And of course, Stacey Pressman, by the way, the great Stacey.
Hi.
Thank you, the lovely Stacey. Thank you for coming as always.
Thank you.
And Mike Boschetti, is he sick? What happened?
He has an audition
For what?
for a big show, 2 big shows.
Another one he can't talk about?
Yep.
Artie, we can't talk about it. Is there anything he can talk about when he goes on?
I don't know. He doesn't. He tells me.
Artie, we can't talk about
his love for Stacy. That's what he wants to talk
Well,
about.
of course. I want to see Dr. Ben Carson, of course, separate the kids. I want to see if he can separate you two at the end of the campaign. Bochetti's ass from your Bochetti's head from your ass. No, honestly, you guys are a great couple. But I look forward to the invitation. Now, what you can't say the commercial edition.
He didn't tell me.
It's unbelievable. You know, he shrouds himself. What is that? What is that? That's Mike. It's Mike? It's Bochetti's text.
The bottom one.
Okay, the text to Dan, of course, our producer. This is from Mike Boschetti. No period, no question marks, nothing. Hi, Dan. How are you? I have a self-tape audition. Subtly moving in. I have a self-tape audition. He's got to put himself on tape. A self-tape audition.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, that's when they go, there's no room for you in the waiting room.
Yeah, or we just don't want to see you in person.
That was my joke.
Oh.
Hi, Dan. How are you? I have a self-tape audition. I just picture him like trying to say, it's got to look good. I can't make it look like it's bad. Self-tape audition. Just say I have an audition.
His mother's gonna tape him.
Oh, the poor woman. Hopefully she'll be sitting by the foot of the Lord soon. Hi, Dan. How are you? I have a self-tape audition tomorrow for a guest star. It's a huge role, 4 scenes for a Comedy Central pilot. When I have real early audition for Jim Gaffigan's show early Friday morning. So I really need to get ready for both of these things. Can't make it tomorrow. Tell Artie I say hi.
How do you think Mike gets ready?
Well, first of all, what happens is he puts the plates under his bed. His mom gets them. He eats in real plates, no paper plates. His mother brings him real plates of ravioli. When he's done, he puts the plate under the bed.
Really?
Well, he eats in his bedroom?
With the silverware. Yes. Don't you read Variety? He puts the plates under the bed, and eventually, after like a week after his mother's whatever illness she has goes away, she goes and gets the plates.
Oh, man. So they sit under there for a couple of days?
Yeah, so the ravioli gravy gets caked on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really, Artie?
Yes. You know this. Come on. You know it.
I've never.
Grillo!
When he comes to my house, I always sit him down at the table, and I've made him.
How long
food.
does that take?
Does he put the food when he's done underneath the table?
No, I serve him like a human being.
No, but he puts it down and that's what he does.
Oh, that's terrible.
I saw him at the Comedy Cellar eat with his fingers an entire meal. Couscous. Artie goes, bread. He goes, Artie, bread's the enemy. I said, what do you, because it was on the Atkins. It was Artie, bread's the enemy. I go, well, forks are as well?
Yeah.
What did forks do? Eating with his family. Like, what are you doing? Are you trying to get in show business? What are you doing? You look like the Kraken.
I had a really...
You're good friends of mine.
I had a date with this really hot girl, and...
The story's already bullshit.
Yeah.
Really, Steve?
No, and I don't know. She went to the bathroom. She came out. And
She never came back.
no, whatever she was taking must have kicked in.
You're kidding, man.
And
oh, you mean no? I thought you meant taking a shit.
No, whatever she would
Pills.
took, pills, whatever. So I never get. She got
the date with Steve Grillo prepared kit.
in case of emergency, break
She's
glass.
like, when is this kicking in? He doesn't look like he doesn't look like Marco Rubio yet.
Yeah. So she was eating steak tartare.
Oh,
and it
Oh
kicked
my
in.
God! I
And
wish I had tape of this.
She went from using the fork to just trying to throw it in her mouth. Yeah. So
Did she became like Russell Wilson at the 1 yard line?
I had to. So now I gotta
I'm just gonna throw it in.
Yeah, I gotta take her out of the restaurant because she's dipping out. So I drag her.
What was she on? Molly? H2H?
I have no idea. I'm
Anti-Steve Grillo drugs.
anti-Steve Grillo pills.
You have anything that'll make Steve Grillo look like someone else?
I had to bring her home, and she had a 6th floor walk up. I carry her up the 6th
You
floor
gotta be
walk
kidding me, dude. If a chick's that rude to you, she takes something before day, you leave her on the sidewalk.
So wait, it gets better. So I bring
A
her
6th floor walk
I bring her up to the apartment.
Grillo!
And she
Grillo
goes,
on the 6th floor!
she goes, will you just sit with me for a while? So I go, okay. So she got her head on my lap. She's got no TV.
You gotta be kidding
She's
me.
out. So I go, hey, do you mind if I play with your boobs? She goes,
Wait,
okay.
you talked in that voice too?
No,
Do you realize you just heard
it's
her voice?
addicting once you're.
He did both voices. You forgot he was doing that voice. Then I said, "Can I play with your boobs?" Then
That's
she
your
said,
sex-
"Sure."
And, yeah,
That's Steve's
that's
sex voice.
not like
She turns into Jack Klugman. That's the drug. You get a high voice. That's what happens.
Yeah, it's very.
Then
addicting.
I said, "Can I use your bathroom?" She said, "Sure." I just took a shit. Then I said, "I've got a lighting company. Do you want a card?" Yeah. Why? I just opened a nightclub. Then she said. Then I said, "Do you mind if I take a few hours to attach the chain in my pocket to my wallet?" I don't care. Are you in the militia in Minneapolis or something? Then I said, I've got to deliver a pizza tomorrow at 8. Can I leave? Then she said, I guess. Then I said,
Who's high pitch?
then I said, does my hair look good like this? And she said, what hair? Then I said, when we go to Hollywood, we lay down on the star where Fred Mertz died. Then she said, who the fuck is Fred Mertz? I want to rip your dick off with my mouth. And I said, did you even realize you kept doing the voice? We gotta get the tape. We gotta isolate that. Then I said, hey, can I play with your tits? That's what he really said.
You said that, Steve?
Yeah.
He forgot he was. I love Grillo. He's been here for 30 seconds. The funniest 30 seconds in the history of the podcast. Wait. We'll find that another show. That is so fucking.
That'd be a good drop. You could use it like
a good drop. Look at you like you say that in front of the chick like radio talk.
Yeah.
Did you just say drop?
And then I said,
We've got a hard out in 8 minutes. She said, did you go to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting?
2.
Yeah, I said I got a scholarship. Oh, that's great.
You're welcome.
Oh, welcome.
What happened with the rest of the date?
That was it.
What do you think?
I played with her boobs and then I went home.
Then I said, why are the cops here?
Yeah, that's how Cosby got in trouble. You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, you can't touch a woman.
I asked her. She said yes.
I asked
You
her.
can't touch a woman when she's high or drunk.
You have the right to remain
I
silent.
carried her up 6 flights of stairs. I
Yeah.
thought she was plenty coherent to answer this question.
Exactly. Then I said, the cops are here.
Yeah.
Then I said, officer, can you read me my rights? What, are you coming on to me, you fruit?
Get in the back.
Steve, you just incriminated yourself.
That is so funny. He forgot he was doing the voice. I didn't know what you were doing. I thought you were joking around. Then I said, can I play with your tits? Oh, he's the best. So fun. This good.
So I guess you'll have me back?
Of course. Let's submit this for a Peabody. For an Emmy. We're almost as funny as that Chicks Fucking Guys podcast. Now, you do look good, though. You look like you're making some money. You got a nice shirt on. Where's that?
No, we're doing good.
Nice
company's-
shirt.
Now, how long have you had the... Oh, geez, stay calm. Give him a little bit of a break.
We started about 4 years ago, and now we're on like every major TV show in New York
No, they're-
and
Get
LA.
out of here.
Yeah,
Every mate, come on.
no, we have
on,
we have 70 lights.
Stephen Colbert?
We have 70 lights on Limitless.
Stephen Colbert?
No, not yet. I have to talk to Vinny about that. But no, we have 70 lights on Person of Interest and Family.
What's
and,
that?
The TV show.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nobody's interested.
The new show that's coming that they start filming now, Sneaky Pete. We're gonna have like 140 lights on there.
So who's on that? Who's the
It's
star
gonna
on
be
that?
Bryan Cranston and
Wow, really?
Cranston and
What do you
what's
got to pay him nowadays to do a show? Right? He's got to be in.
He's worth big money.
I know.
and
I mean, and a
what's
great
the other
actor.
guy's name?
Alan Alda?
No, Giovanni Ribisi.
You can't. Well, him you get for $5.
Yeah, well,
But Mod Squad didn't do it.
it's Cranston's.
Cranston's a big fucking deal, man.
It's his show.
Good for you.
Yeah. So and we're coming out with home LED lights now too.
It
What
doesn't
do you
sound
go-
like you should have to charge me for the stuff you're going to do for
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
It
well,
sounds like you're doing
well, Vinny's
plenty
a good
well.
We're
businessman.
just starting to get big.
Then I said, Vinny, we are charging. Then I
Charge
said-
you double now.
Then I said, Mr. Cranston, have you seen my real tape? Perhaps you heard of Tony and Tina's wedding?
No, Grandma
I'm the guy who sold you coke in the bathroom.
Boy,
you were a good actor. No, I really was selling you coke in the bathroom. Now, were you in that play? Of course, Grillo was in Tony and Tina's wedding, a big deal in the 80s. It was when they reenacted. This is what it was a big deal for a while. They reenacted an Italian wedding, and you interacted with it. The audience was like, you were part of the whole thing, and the actors, improvised.
We did the Jewish version.
We did a Jewish.
Did you really?
Yeah, we
Grandma
did.
Sylvia's funeral.
It was a funeral.
Oh, that's right.
He played the drug dealing cousin. I was a slutty.
It was Stuttering John Career's funeral.
No, that was.
shit.
Oh wait, that John was in something. John
He was.
Yeah, he was in Tony and Tina.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, is that how you met?
That's how I
get on
met
the
Stacy.
How'd
That's
you
how
get on
we
the
met.
Stern show?
I was wrestling for Hunter College And
You wrote that letter. You wrote that letter.
What weight
and
class you in?
I was 125 at the time.
No, you were
I
what
got
weight class? You were waiting for someone to die.
Yeah.
What
so
happened? So
I was
really? I didn't know that.
and I was a fan. I listened.
Sure.
And I always thought that they were in Jersey for some reason.
You were really dumb.
And I heard.
How did you think they were in Jersey?
I had no
Stern
idea.
show was in Jersey.
Well, I had no idea.
The TV show was.
Well, that's why I figured they must have done the same thing in the same spot. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I heard Howard announced the address one day. It was 600 Madison Avenue, and Hunter College was 10 blocks down.
Right.
So I was like,
I
holy
remember, yeah, that's
shit.
right,
I was
the
like,
campus
holy
thing.
shit.
Yeah.
That's really close. So I literally.
Wait. Oh my
God. So then I went down the block, and I went up in the elevator.
I said, "Hi, Mr. Howard."
And all of a sudden I'm standing in the lobby like 10 minutes later, and I'm like, holy shit. And I remember there was behind the door there was that ugly green fake plant that was there.
Yeah, that was Ronnie.
Yeah. More or less.
Who are you?
Yeah. And I just said I thought that's where I was supposed to be. I had to get past that
You
plant.
mean in life?
Yeah.
Like it was the plant was a metaphor for
you have to get past that
a
plant.
metaphor for all the challenges in life.
Yeah.
For you, it was a green plant.
And then I sent
fake
Gary.
one.
I sent Gary like a professional letter and a resume, and I didn't hear anything. And I said, they must get that all the time. So I hand wrote
think?
something but in the back then, not really.
They must get it all the time. Well, every show did. If you were on the air in New York, people
So
wanted to be there.
I went in my notebook in class and I wrote a handwritten
Your notebook,
note.
his notebook.
And I purposely made it look as pathetic as I possibly could. I ripped it out. It was a spiral notebook, so it had all the frayed edges.
So what did you do? Just pick a page?
And then I
pick
just,
any page?
Yeah. And I.
What do you mean pathetic? How do you make it look pathetic? What
I
do you
kept
do?
all the frizzies on. When you rip it out of a spiral. When you rip it out of a spiral
Imagine
notebook.
how archaic that sounds to a kid now. The frizzies. A
Yeah.
kid with third grader with an iPad.
Yeah.
The frizzies. What, Dad? You kept all the frizzies on? The frizzies.
And I dropped it off, and then I
The fact
actually.
that you call it frizzies.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna call it? I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Anything but that.
I didn't use good paper. I just stuck it in an envelope, and then Gary called me back.
That's why.
Yeah.
The frizzies.
Yeah.
That's a famous letter, Burning Desire.
Burning desire to
that's
be in
so-
radio.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, God, what a treasure.
But then years later,
you are a treasure trove.
Kathy Tobin found the original letter. You think Gary would have red flagged it because it had so many misspellings and bad grammar?
Well, that's probably everybody sent it was like that.
Yeah.
Who didn't misspell shit?
So
at that
Gary
show?
just filed it, and then one day Kathy Tobin, I had been there like 2 or 3 years.
A burning desire.
Yeah.
I got a burning desire.
It worked. I got a burning desire.
My desire. Something's burning. It's not your potato. It's my desire.
Yeah, God forbid.
So how do you get the job making this potato, and why do you
Well,
get
it was
so nervous?
Like everything that happened, it was John was incompetent. I wouldn't say he couldn't
Very
get it
difficult
done
job,
right.
right, exactly.
He I love him to death, John, and he's.
I do love John too.
But he can't tie his own shoes.
Well, if, I tell John,
John
look, it's a
Mueller?
great country.
Yeah.
If John didn't have a speech impediment, he'd be working at a car wash in Massapequa.
Yeah.
You know.
So John basically couldn't get it done, and he so it sort of trickled down to me, just like John couldn't get
Like
there.
the Reagan trickle down theory was working.
Yeah. Well, and that's why John could never get there on time.
So you got right. He was always late,
and I was always on time. So
The sight of John, by the way, taking phone calls, the biggest radio show in the world in pajamas.
Yeah. Oh, wait,
What
that's
do I
good.
talk about? What do I have?
Yeah.
What do I have?
The best was he didn't brush his hair, so he used to get
didn't?
he used to get dreadlocks.
Ew.
Yeah, and,
But then-
and
then
it was
he
like
get-
that gross, like that white person hair dreadlocks. You got to get your hair
Ew.
filthy.
And then when he goes, Grillo, brush my hair. I went, no, I'm not.
Wait
brushing
a minute,
my
he
hair."
asked you.
Yeah.
Who was he,
Did you get this
Richie
nada?
Sambora?
So, but he used to get all the other female interns to brush his hair.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He would just have them brush his hair.
Yeah. Give me a massage. Give me a
Who did
massage.
they get a Snoop Dogg video? Getting it curled? Yo. Sipping on gin and juice.
Laid back.
That's right. So he would do that. But he was a big deal because he was on the air. He had balls to ask those questions.
He was
a rock
obsessed.
star.
He was obsessed with because the office was Gary's desk was here, and then there was another office, and then there was Howard's desk. And Howard used his desk for the 20 minutes before he went on the air.
Right.
And then after Howard left, John sat in the desk, and you were not allowed to sit in the desk if John was there.
Of course not.
So like it was a big deal.
Get away.
So
Only two people sit there.
my first day, I almost got into a nose-to-nose brawl with him because
Right.
he walked in and I was like sitting there with like my head down on the desk waiting for Ronnie to call.
Mr. Efficiency.
Because he was late, and he goes, "Get the fuck up," and I go, "No,
Get the fuck
I
up.
said, you mean please get up? He goes, "No, I said get the
Oh,
fuck
look
up."
at you, man.
And I went, "No, it's please get up."
Did you really? Were you really standing up to him?
Oh yeah, but my
Yeah.
first day.
Right.
And he goes, if you want a fucking intern, I fucking wipe
Yeah,
the
he
floor
really
with
is.
you.
John had that
Like-
retard streak, man.
No, I wouldn't want to get into a
But
fight
no, I
with
mean,
him. You
people
gotta hit
would
him.
fight him, but he got that retard streak. You gotta be careful. Like
Yeah.
that's what AJ Benza found out. You know,
Yeah.
because he
No.
comes
Really?
back at. He comes back at.
No,
you.
John is a tough guy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. You have to hit him with a chair if you're gonna fight him.
Well, that's what AJ smacked him, and AJ hit him with that Brooklyn smack that a lot of kids will go down, but John got right back.
Let's
up.
not forget about the smack that AJ got from Chuck Zito.
Oh, I know. Well, that was hilarious because Chuck, it was an appointment beatdown.
Yeah, but
AJ wrote something that pissed off Chuck Zito, and Chuck Zito said, AJ said, look, just tell me where and when, I'll go get a beating. And he at scores, he said, I'll be here. And AJ laid him out.
He knocked him out with a smack.
No,
and then
Chuck
once
Zito
he
laid him
came
out.
to,
With a smack,
and when he came to, he goes, now buy me dinner.
Mr. Daily News.
Yeah.
AJ said, where do you want me to go? I'll stand there so you could beat me up.
Yeah.
And then Chuck Zito smacked him.
Knocked him out.
Something he wrote in the Daily News. Knocked him out, got up, and he said, now buy me dinner.
Yeah. You gotta love Chuck.
Are they they're best friends now?
No.
Yeah. No, AJ's
Chuck
a good
Zito's
guy.
not someone to fuck with.
Not at all.
So now what happens? So of course you make history in radio, and then what happens? My biggest disappointment was I missed you. I missed.
Yeah, I would have loved to work.
How
with
long
you.
were you gone?
You and me back in the day would have caused some real damage.
Would have been
Oh,
bad.
you didn't work together.
I didn't work together. He had already gone on to Hunter College.
No, I actually, you know what? Before 9/11, I was like on The Sopranos. I worked on The Sopranos for 3 years.
That's right. What'd you do?
I was
there?
AJ stand-in.
That's right. And by the way,
You AJ's friend?
Stand-in.
We're good friends with him.
Yeah.
By the way, we're good friends with him.
Oh, I love Robert. I still talk to
me
him.
and Robert are. Dan, jump in here. Robert, right? We're great friends. He lives right across the street. He's in here all the time.
Oh, is he really?
As a matter of fact,
I said
Robert
hello.
listens to every show. Robert, come on in and hang with Grillo one night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Robert Eiler.
Love Robert, but it was because of those connections that I made on The Sopranos that really helped my company
Who
now.
else?
Well, who else? What?
On The Sopranos, you got Robert. Who else did you make connections with?
Oh well, whether it was,
Gandolfini,
well, no, talking about like John Oates, who was the gaffer.
Who?
The gaffer on there, John. But most
Oh,
of the
the
crew,
gaffer,
like
yeah, wow.
like the crew people. But Edie Falco, we went to the set of Nurse Jackie, and she
That's great.
she stopped and she was like, looked at me. I go, Steve Grillo, AJ Stanton. Oh my God! They come over and ran
so you
over.
made a
gave
lot
me
of
big
headway in
hug.
25 years.
Yeah,
There's Jackie. Oh my God.
yeah.
Well,
So-
listen, I love you. What is that? You can rip. Okay, well, let's hear the audio. He has the audio of your.
Oh, that's great.
You forgot you did it.
Well,
glad
you know what though? I probably did
Let
say
me-
it
I'll
like
say-
that to her.
This is Steve Grillo telling a story and he's doing the girl voice, but he forgets to not do the girl. He forgets to stop doing the girl voice when he does his part. Go ahead.
She
Get
goes,
out on the 6th floor.
She goes, will you just sit with me for a while? So I go, okay. So she got her head on my lap. She's got no TV.
You gotta be
She's
kidding me.
out. So I go, hey, do you mind if I play with your boobs?
What you did? I said it first of all. What is he going for? Is he doing a kiss? Then I realized he forgot to not do the girl voice. I'll play that again.
No, give me 1 minute.
I'd rather just play it forever.
It's yours, Artie. You can have it. Thanks for having me on.
I love Grillo. Grillo is just naturally funny.
I found a picture of him today.
Who is that?
Oh,
Me
that's
and
us and
Steve.
Grandma
Let me
Sylvia's.
see. This is how long ago is this?
Oh God, 95.
Wow.
Look at Steve. He looks so young.
You look exactly the same, Stacey. You look
Oh,
very young.
Stacy
thank
looks
you.
the same.
Now,
She
who's
actually
up?
looks. She looks better now.
Aw,
Her boobs and
thanks.
ass got bigger.
You look
They
like
look
a
great.
pre-aged Charlie Sheen. Who's the chick on the? All the way,
Kimberly
Kimberly
Look
King.
at the tits on her.
She has big tits.
Yeah, she's a big girl.
Yeah.
We're still good friends with her.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. What is
Yeah.
she doing now?
You
3 to
do look
5.
good.
She lives in Atlanta.
Her husband is a
She lives in the
dolly
ATL?
grip. Yeah.
A dolly grip.
Well, listen, the A dolly grip down there. You cannot get work in Atlanta.
Well, here we go. You ready?
The 90s.
Does she work for Ludacris videos?
No, I don't think she works.
Okay, here we go.
And she
Get
goes,
out on the 6th floor.
she goes, will you just sit with me for a while? So I go, okay. So she got her head on my lap. She's got no TV.
gotta be
She's
kidding me.
out. So I go, hey, do you mind if I play with your boobs?
Wait.
Do you mind if I play with you, Boo?
That is amazing. Trump's like, we're going to make America gay again.
I think we need a gay president.
Oh, God. All right. Well, listen. Thank you for coming here.
My pleasure, man.
You can leave. No, of course. So, Vin, what's going on? But me and Vin have a big night tomorrow. And
I think I'm coming tomorrow with
Are you?
with Valdestri.
That's awesome. John Valdestri.
You got to let me know that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you know right now.
All right, when you early, late? When you coming?
I don't know. I'll figure it out when it happens.
Arguably my favorite club in the world to play, the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey. I'm doing a Super Bowl weekend this weekend. Tomorrow, 2 shows. Saturday, 2 shows. And come out. We're gonna have. I can't wait to go.
What are you doing for the Super Bowl?
Sunday, I don't know. I'll probably be around here somewhere. Why? What are you doing?
I got nothing to do.
Oh yeah. Well.
I have a party.
I walked into that one.
I have a party at my house, but I'm a little afraid to have you there. To be honest with you.
Hey, can I come over? Art?
Can I touch your tits?
Who is this? A hot chick?
Vinny, can I
No,
play with
it's
your
gross.
boobs? What are you talking about, Steve?
Hey, Art, what are you doing for Super Bowl?
I have nowhere to go.
Do you need a pizza?
I do make some good pizza.
I know you do. You always work for a banana. I get you pizza and some lighting for your dolly grip. That is great. Yeah, so you do a big party at your house, though, Vin?
I do a big party.
Yeah.
And it's all normal people. It's
Vin's
no-
one of
What does that mean?
normal.
What does that mean, Vinny Brand?
I'll tell you what that means. All right.
No middle acts?
I invite actual friends,
That's
and
right.
some of them might be comics,
Right.
but it's not a what I call a starfucker party.
Right.
Where it's just I got to see who's at my party. And we had Patrice O'Neill come one year, which
Yeah.
is it's a great story because Patrice never went anywhere. It was the same year Patrice O'Neill and Keith Robinson came to the party.
Two African Americans.
Yeah, 2 African Americans. The same year, 2 African American coaches first coach in the Super Bowl. So I had my first
That's
2
right.
black guests.
That's right.
The same year that Mike Lovey and some other black guy coached the NFL. So I have this big, tall friend of mine. He's a Danish guy. And Patrice comes to the door. He's in a full leather coat.
Yeah, Patrice
And my
used to wear
Danish-
a ankle-length leather duster.
Yeah, and Patrice just has that scowl on his face. And my friend answers the door. He's never seen a black guy at my party. And they're just looking at each other. And Patrice's first words were, he goes, "What the fuck are you looking at?" So the guy comes to me and he goes, "Vinny, you're either getting a refrigerator delivered or you're getting robbed."
Or that is the refrigerator. Perry. He did like a refrigerator Perry from a distance.
But it's a good party. And
I'm sure Vinny's one of those guys, generous. He knows how to throw a party. And we'll be throwing a party Friday and Saturday, 2 shows each night. And then that. It's going to be. But
I can't wait. I haven't seen you do stand-up because I wasn't at your last show at my club, I don't think.
No, you didn't make it.
I was not there.
We had
And I'm
fun.
very excited
Well, I was
to see this.
preparing for something else, and I appreciate that. But this is going to be, we're going to let loose with some politics stuff. First of all, I'll be doing Steve Grillo's date the entire time. I'll be doing a voice. Hi. 2 guys walked into a bar. Get out on the 6th floor.
She goes, will you just sit with me for a while? So I go, okay. So she got her head on my lap. She's got no TV.
You gotta be kidding
She's
me.
out. So I go, hey, do you mind if I play with your boobs?
You broke into a little bit of Mitch Fattel there.
I know. That's what you wanted to do. Mitch is a funny guy. Mitch, by the way, lives across the street.
Mitch also-
Mitch Fattel is
Mitch is the reason why Sterling John got his job.
I know. Mitch was an intern at Stern, and Mitch a very funny guy.
He's a
You ever
sick
see Mitch-
bastard. I did. I
Did
saw
you
him
ever
in
see Mitch
Atlantic
do
City.
stand-up? Yeah,
Yeah, he's
I
sick.
saw him for the first time right around that time when John was getting the job when he was younger. He was always a really great comic doing sets in New York, and then I realized he lives across the street. He's been on the show a couple of times. Very funny guy. But so how long were you actually an intern there?
From 91 to almost 98.
Oh my God.
Now, you in the Radio Hall of Fame? You should be, man.
Well,
you should be. In mine, you are.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
He did dedicate a second book to me.
That's right. That's right.
Wait, how
And you get paid during that time period?
No, that's why I left.
It's all free.
It cost him 40
Well,
grand.
I'll never forget because
How much did it cost you? 40 grand.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Well,
I mean, that's just
you
amazing.
can always
It
say
is.
that I went to the Harvard School of Radio.
Right, right.
Look what it did. You're hanging
Look at
lights.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, it served you well, but that's a
Yeah.
long time to.
Well,
A lot of people go to the Harvard
it was
School of Radio
about
to lay down on Fred Merch's fucking star.
It's the day that Tom realized I wasn't getting
Tom
paid,
Chiusano.
that I wasn't getting credit at school because as an intern, you're in lieu of pay, you get credit at school.
Right.
I stopped getting credit like after the first 6 months.
What school? You go to medical school? What school?
So you're just there to hang out,
I
make
was just
connections.
lucky.
Make
I was
connections.
lucky enough to be there, and it was during the best time he ever had on the radio. And one day, Tom.
thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I guess 90%.
Much better than this.
Yeah, that's your opinion. 90% of Twitter disagree.
So
Go ahead.
he realized that he calls me into his office.
He means Tom Chiusano.
Tom Chiusano. He looked like he'd seen a ghost, because he would have got in trouble if I decided to pull the trigger and sue them, which I could have.
Why?
And he goes,
Why? Wait a minute. So what are you going to sue them for? I thought that
because
was your fault.
you know how
You're a reporter.
no, it's his responsibility to know that I'm not getting credit, that I'm a free employee for 5 years unnoticed.
Right.
So he was like, he looked like he'd
I'm
seen
a free. Think about insignificant.
Yeah.
I'm working here for free.
Yeah, I was there for
And you
free.
were out of school at that point.
Yeah.
You should have called him up and said, Tom, and plus I'm a woman. This is harassment.
So he was terrified. He goes, well, you can't be here if you're not getting credit at school. I was like, Tom, I haven't gone to school in a while.
You're not getting credit at home.
I'm 40.
So he goes, so then you got to stop coming in here.
So you got thrown out.
Well, yeah. So
How's that going to affect anything?
I walked Howard down. I said, I think Tom just let me go. He goes, what do you mean? I said, I'm not getting.
I think Tom just let me go.
He goes,
From my free job.
Yeah.
Everything's a gray area.
You're not even allowed to be here for free.
Nothing's
Yeah.
definite. Everything's gray.
I said, Tom, you can't, how about you pay me? He goes, I can't pay you.
Out of his pocket.
So then I walked Howard down, and
Hilarious.
Howard said, don't worry, I'll fix it. So
This is the inner workings of the biggest radio show ever.
yeah. So I was working like 60 hours.
60 hours
Yeah.
a week for free?
Yeah.
How were you feeding yourself?
I worked at nightclubs on the weekends.
Oh my God!
I did appearances.
It's crazy.
You did appearances and you made.
I got, but appearances. Like,
He
I
made
was
a ton
making
of
like
money.
$500-600
Well,
bucks.
you know,
I was
everyone's-
doing Grandma Sylvia's funeral. I was
know,
making 3 times more than all
Plus,
the other actors.
People say, how do you get appearances? Beetlejuice got the flu sometimes.
Yeah. No. It was one of my end decisions when I decided to leave. It was like I was like, in order for me to make scrap to make money, I have to battle a crackhead or an elephant boy.
Is Crackhead Bob sick? Yeah. Is Beetlejuice sick? Yeah. Hank the Dwarf? Yeah. All right. What's Grillo's number?
Yeah.
But you
That's
actually,
been more or less how it went down.
and you actually didn't decide to leave. You got let go from your free job.
Well, so Howard eventually Howard
They're not out of sentimentality. We're afraid they're going to get sued.
yeah. So Howard stuck his foot in the door, and so like they paid me for 30. Because if they paid me for 40 hours, that meant I'm a full-time employee.
The biggest figure in media. This is what he's wasting his time with.
Yeah. So I got paid $6 an hour for 30 hours.
Oh my God!
How much?
Yeah. $6 an hour for 30 hours when I was working 60. In order for him to justify me being there.
What, just a smack in the face, just a lack of
Wait.
respect.
This ends up to my final decision.
Right, okay.
So now it's been a year that I've been getting paid $6 an hour. So,
But I mean, essentially, comparatively,
What?
you're shitting in tall cotton at that point. I mean, it's $180 a week.
Absolutely.
yeah,
But you made money on the back end. You
Yeah,
did.
I was making money other ways because I
Like
hustle. That's what I do.
Judging contests
Yeah,
for like
I-
Now,
$1,000
if
bucks.
Beetlejuice was sick, would you let people throw you
Beetlejuice
at
wasn't there.
Throw you at a basketball?
I would have, but there was no Beetlejuice
You
at the
can't
time,
throw
thank God.
Beetlejuice is sick. You have to throw Grillo.
Good luck with that.
You guys, don't throw me.
Don't throw me too hard.
I'm a stripper.
So I go to Tom after a year and I said, listen, it's been
After a year. After a year flew by. I was vacationing in Ibiza.
You got free vacations too. You and Julie.
No, I did. I had to work
Free
with it.
vacation.
After they started paying me when they went on vacation, I had to come in.
Where's he going on vacation? Newark Airport?
No, you had all those free things. Remember, you and Julie went away.
Oh, yeah, but that was,
Stace,
you know.
don't bring up positive stuff.
Okay. Sorry.
Grillo, your
So-
free vacations.
So I sit down with Tom and I said, can I at least
Tom's
get
worst
paid
nightmare.
40 hours a week so I can get like health insurance?
Can
He
I at
goes,
least get paid what the guy at Burger King in Iowa makes?
yeah. So Tom goes, you're not getting paid for 40 hours a week. I'm not giving you health insurance.
Oh my God!
Die.
That's like an
And-
immigrant
yeah,
story.
So I go. I said, Tom, I'm working.
Angela's ashes, they were better off.
I said,
Irish people off the boat from Brooklyn were better off.
It's more or less the same story.
Oh, let me tell you something. Grillo came over, and he's not doing well.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he doesn't have plumbing.
Oh,
He's working for Tom Chiasana.
oh, full of shite.
It took a big Jew media guy to put his foot in the door.
So I go, I'm working 60 hours, Tom. I was
Cousin
like,
Grillo's not doing well.
he goes, well, guess what? From now on, you have to leave at 11 o'clock. And I said, what about a raise? He
Do
goes,
you hear Cousin Grillo talks like a woman?
oh, for fuck's sake.
What was minimum wage? Minimum.
It was basically minimum wage. It was like six.
At the end of the week, Grillo owed Howard $200.
More or less. So he goes,
Kathy Tobin, Howard's sister, goes, yeah, Howard didn't get the 200 this week.
We're going to have to hunt you down.
He's putting a hold on the Cayman Islands.
Steve, you can't work for
Did
free.
Grillo's fucking money come in yet? Giussano's like 10 mil cars, like on top of it. We got Grillo to pay him 200. It's 100 mil a year, and Grillo's 200. Yeah. Plus he makes the potato.
And
Oh,
it's
that's
such a
so
little,
fucking funny.
It's so little bit amount of money too.
Yeah, wait, so
Nothing.
it goes.
It's literally
I
nothing.
can pay you that much money.
Homeless people have more on them right now.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. So at the end of it, the whole thing goes, you have to leave at 11 o'clock. You're not allowed to work any more hours.
Oh, let me tell you something. You've got to leave at 11.
So that's when I walked Howard down. I said, well, Tom won't get...
He's walking Howard down again.
Yeah, you get the company standard raise 25%. I'm like, Tom, that's like 50 cents.
Company standard wage.
Yeah.
You and Cousin Bruce, you get the same thing.
Yeah, 25%. So Howard,
You, Opie, and Anthony get the same.
Does Howard know you're getting paid this month?
yeah. So this time,
Yeah, but Howard knows everything, first of all.
yeah.
You find that out later.
This
You know
time
that.
Howard goes, Tom won't pay me the hours that I work, and he only gave me like a 25-cent raise, and he goes, well, that's Tom. And that was the exact moment I said, I got to leave here.
Yeah, right,
I'm out.
right.
I'm out. I said, because if I stay,
You weren't getting
I'm going to
respected.
be angry,
Right.
and I'm going to burn the bridge, and I'd rather keep the bridge open.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
but if you went
and I
to
said
bridge
that I
there-
left.
How long before you found out the bridge went nowhere?
Yeah, well, it was real quick.
Yeah, but if you had stayed there now, you'd be able to retire with a pension
Yeah,
of
no.
What?
70% of $6 an hour.
You'd be sitting on Easy Street. What kind of an idiot are you?
With a
like the
can.
rest of the family, with all your friends that are.
Oh, can I touch your breasts?
You're there, you're touching the breasts of beautiful women. You're making money with the biggest media mogul there is. And you blew it.
Fuck's sake.
You left that to go sit on a star in Hollywood. You got no hair. You got a chain attached to your pants for no apparent reason. A flannel shirt across the lead singer of Slipknot told you about 8 years ago.
So now, when you leave, when did you just say it's not that I'm done?
I said I was going to LA to be an actor.
Vinny loves this.
I love this story.
I know, but I love how he grills him.
Yeah, because you know what? I wanted desperately to be on the Stern Show, and
Yeah.
now I realize
Yeah, right.
I won out.
Guess again.
I did better. So, guys, so
You
now
did much better.
you walk out and you say I'm done.
I was going to move to LA to be an actor, but that's what I said instead of going fuck you.
Did you hear
know?
about Grillo? He's going to be an actor. Yeah. Well, he can write him off. And the other cousin's getting off the move.
I was doing pretty good for a little bit.
Yeah, what did you do for a while? What was it?
Well, I was one of the only stand-ins to get a part on
Well,
The
no,
Sopranos.
you were standing or an actor?
Well, I got into a fight with Jackie Jr. in a pizzeria.
Right. I mean, in real life or?
No. Yeah. No, I did a couple
Oh, that's
commercials.
right, I
I did
remember that.
radio.
Yeah.
You did a movie?
Yeah, we did a couple movies
What
and
was
stuff
the
like
movie
that.
you did?
We did Glam
Trash?
Trash.
I remember
and
the title.
stuff. Dude, it's been so long. I don't
Wait,
remember.
Glam Trash?
Yeah,
What was that?
It was
Greg Scarnici, my friend.
our friend.
Oh,
wrote a
Greg
movie.
Shanichi, I know him well.
He's a producer on SNL now, but
He
he's
produces that. I don't know.
he's a friend of ours, and he put us
But
in
no, I had a pretty good run for a while. I was getting a lot of auditions.
that one with
3
Eminem.
movies you can't remember the
You did a
names
movie
of?
with
No.
Eminem, didn't you?
Yeah, well, Eminem was in the movie.
Eminem?
the Black Witch in the Projects.
Oh, Eminem? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you said you had Eminem as a career first.
Yeah.
How was he famous at the time? Slim Shady? or
He just came out, but it was a Fugazi movie,
Yeah, I hear you.
So,
I hear you.
you know what I'm saying?
Wait, a fag porn?
something like that.
Oh, wow.
so now you do that for a while, and then you meet Brian Wilson over there, and you start a lighting company.
Guys, Vinny just made the greatest reference ever. Yeah. First of all, that head of hair is extraordinary. Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Where'd you find this guy?
He had a post-production house. And
He's got hair like you talk.
He's got
shit.
the Phil Spector
Oh,
collection.
that is get laid hair. That is like backstage of the Doobie Brothers concert. That is I got coke hair.
Yeah.
I got coke and I own a surf shop.
He had a party at his production house, and
course
he
he
goes,
did.
you want to see my invention? So he said, check it out. It's yeah.
Only if I can play with your boobs.
What a come online is that?
Yeah. Come in the back room. I'll show you my invention.
I guess. Want to see my invention? I guess so.
Can I play with your boobs?
Do you want to see my invention?
You know how many guys said that to me?
Who's he, Thomas Edison?
Yeah.
Want to see my invention? Everybody says to me,
Yeah.
George Foreman. Call my buddies at Invent Help. What do I do with my new invention, George Foreman? Either call Grillo and ask him to blow you in the bathroom.
Maybe he'll touch your boobs.
What was the invention?
It's the light that we have out now.
I invented a light.
Yeah. So
A lightsaber.
I knew that it would be a game changer, so I made him hire me.
Now, he hired you?
Yeah, I made him hire me.
Did you get $6 an hour?
No, I actually got paid money. I can pay my rent.
I'm only kidding. I'm sure you're doing very well.
Okay.
You can hire me, but I demand to work for free for the first 6 years.
That's 16
What game were you
hours a
playing?
week.
What game were you playing?
The lighting game.
On game night, we were playing Trivia Pursuit. I knew it would become the game of life. You switched to the game of life.
Yes.
And how
It
you
changed
doing
my
it?
life.
How you doing at it?
It's where we're
Great.
We're clocking some serious G's. No, we're
Well, thanks for coming in, man.
yeah. I hope I can help out.
Well, thanks for leaving early too. Dude, that is real.
I'll see you Sunday.
Oh, that's extraordinary. Well, yeah, you got open invite. Come in anytime.
Yeah, I would love to come in, man.
Really,
He
honestly.
was asking me to come in. I said, let me
Just
ask
to make sure,
Dan.
make sure we realize we're paying him after 6 months. You gotta, you wait. You're not gonna, you gotta get paid. But Dan Filato's like, then you walk me down. I'm like, you're kidding me. Give me $200 a week. We're fine. Did you hear? He's up to the devil's business. Steve Grillo. Cousin Grillo's up to the devil's business. He's making no money for the last 14 years.
Bright shot. Howard's
literally going in the helicopter he owns. I was talking about a potato.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh
great.
my God,
That is-
he's got so much money.
I love you, Grillo. I love you. I love Vin. I love this whole crew. It's a good crew. And you're like sitting there like the guy who yells Brooklyn in the rap group. The package is the back. That is a head of hair. That's your real hair, huh? Dan, take a picture of his hair, put it on Twitter.
Yeah,
That is extraordinary.
That rivals Machete's
Brian
hair.
Wilson is a great reference. A Beach Boy, you love Vin's reference. By the way, with the kid in your the new good-looking kid you said on Twitter, they said we should call your group Vin Sync.
he what?
A guy on Twitter said we should call your boy band Vin Sync.
I like Vince Singh.
Vinny
You're
Brand's-
going to see him tomorrow, and
Vinny
you're going
Brand's
to be
boy
impressed.
band. And so when I play your club, of course we're doing it tomorrow. I'm going to see the good-looking kid.
You're gonna
Vinny
see him.
claims he has the best-looking waiter in all of comedy club world.
And I want to know this because what?
Well, because you may talk like him.
My favorite line from last week.
Who you, Matthew?
Winnipeg. Don't give me Winnipeg.
That's right.
I did that all
Oh, that's
week
right. We
long.
were having so much fun last week with that one. You did, but first of all, yeah. What was that? Matthew Perry speak? I want to know that. Why? He's Matthew Perry all the time. That's information important to me. Why? And I want to do that. What? It's so great. Well, I have to take a break. I have a headache. I feel like I just had pharmaceutical grade Coke or really cold ice cream. Donald Trump's talking. We got to see. By the way, it should call his hairpiece a Trumpkin patch.
What, there's
I'm going to copyright this all over.
Is that a hairpiece?
a trumpet.
You know what, let's just
a trumpet.
That's great.
There you go.
Is that a hairpiece or a turnover?
That's his hairpiece.
It's,
We got to hear what he says and talk about it. Let's talk. It's live. All right. We'll go back on here. Well, I tell you, I wish I could some dark stuff going on during the commercial.
Eesh.
The old Stern Show gang. Well, let's just say we can't go into detail, but we're praying for a couple of people there. And it's not me. Could you imagine? Someone's more messed up than I am. Again, the great group here, Vinny Brand. That was a fun first half. The great Vinny Brand, of course, for me and Vinny at the Stress Factory tomorrow, Vinny's Club. I'm doing the first of 2 nights for Super Bowl weekend, 2 shows each night. Stress Factory, a great place to see something like that by Rutgers. Hey, you know, how many Rutgers, like, what kind of relationship do you have with Rutgers over the years? Like, you're right across the street from Rutgers, like players,
Yeah.
coaches. What
Well,
happens there?
We were friends with Kyle Flood. He
Yeah,
just got
right.
let go, which was a shame.
Right.
And we know the coaches, Meg
Oh,
Ryan
yeah,
from the
yeah.
women's soccer team. So we know a lot of them.
Right.
Good people. I haven't met the new guy yet, Ash. I hope
Did
we
you
meet
know
him.
Ray Rice?
I didn't know Ray Rice. I knew Shiano.
Right.
And, the players came in last year, the first time they brought the whole team in for a party.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're
You're crazy.
crazy.
Well, Ray Rice, I was at his wedding after the woman in the elevator. And it was nice to see them get together, but it was an odd wedding. He had a best man, she had a cut man. Ladies and gentlemen, the first joke being thrown out of the second half. I already laughed. But yeah, because you're right across from Rutgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them come in and they stay quiet. Then we get a lot of Princeton people come in too.
Right.
There's a guy
So
that
you
comes
mean
in.
whites?
He's a Princeton.
You mean white football player?
All right, tell you something. The Princeton physicist comes in.
Yeah.
You've never seen anybody drink like this guy.
Well, I'm sure. I
Crazy.
would do that after those kind of numbers. I would do that. Right?
He's a fun guy. He's
How is he fun? I mean, you mean like he?
He'll hang out with us till 3 a.m. and he gets
Really?
fried out of his mind. And,
No kidding.
He cracks jokes and he comes in without his wife. His wife is some big advertising executive in New York.
No kidding, really?
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
Yeah.
And but the Rutgers people come in, and some of them stay quiet. Shiano used to come in. He had his eyes were like little dots, and he just scare you looking at him.
Cocaine.
Kyle Flood, yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, Kyle Flood was
he just sold it.
Kyle was a good guy.
Yeah, not care.
And they shouldn't have fired him.
No, I agree. I think sometimes Rutgers pulls the trigger too quickly on firing coaches. I really do. I mean, and GMs, the athletic directors.
What?
Who's the guy we were very close with, the Italian guy, athletic director? Great guy. Remember the last popular athletic director, Italian guy who was there about 5-6 years ago?
Yeah, now he runs.
Yeah, he's got some other job. He was a great guy.
He fell up. I can't think of his name.
He did.
He runs IMG But with this last firing of Kyle Flood, they fired him because he helped a kid get a better grade in dance appreciation. All right, now listen, this is no bullshit. Now, you tell me who cares about the kid more. Kyle Flood's trying to get him a C in dance appreciation.
Right.
So maybe the kid can play football and get a contract in the NFL.
Appreciation.
I swear to God.
How is that a college course?
Well, listen, that's my point.
I
So
took that course.
Who gives a shit about the kid?
I know, right?
Rutgers is charging $1,100 of credit for dance appreciation. You never see a want ad that says dance appreciation
never
major
see it.
needed.
You
I
never
just want to
say
be a
it.
dance critic or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
So Kyle goes to
That's
bat for
true.
the kid, and the kid, gets him jammed up. And Kyle Flood, he's one of those good, like real good dudes.
Yeah.
And look, it's the NFL.
Very hard.
Yeah.
Very hard. Very hard. As Rutgers put a lot of guys in though lately. Well, that's 10 years. A lot of guys in the NFL.
A lot of guys.
Yeah, that's hard to do. And it's tough nut to crack, man. You go see an NFL game up live, like I saw the Colts and I saw the Giants in Indianapolis play the Patriots, and I hadn't a few years ago now, but I hadn't been that up front, up close for a football game. The hits, it's unbelievable. Dan, what are you doing? Tim Pernetti, that's right.
Oh, yeah,
Remember
Tim Pernetti, yeah. And he's a good guy.
Oh, he was such a good guy.
Comes in, it's a great story. Eric LeGrand.
Oh, Eric.
Okay, now.
Eric, I know because my father was paralyzed. I've done charity work for Eric. I've done charity stuff because he got paralyzed, and my father was a quad, and I've done stuff with him. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah, let me tell you something. He comes in.
What?
You did it at his
One of them was outside the club. One of them was, yeah.
Now he comes in the club and he's doing
Paralyzed player. Got paralyzed playing ball, yeah.
So he's doing an appearance at a fundraiser for the Kevin Malice Foundation,
Right.
who was a trooper that got killed.
That's right.
And Kevin Malice is a guy who played in the NFL. So my mother-in-law, who is hyperactive, and always very protective of the club, someone has pulled a special needs van into our little parking lot.
Right.
And she calls me up on the phone and she goes, "There's some guy. He's got his van in the and I told him he had to move."
Oh, she didn't know the guy was
He is on the front cover of Sports Illustrated when this is happening. And she's going, "He's in the van." I go, "Who is it?" "It's some black
Oh,
guy."
no.
That's how she said it. She goes,
Well, look, it could have been a lot worse than black guy. I was waiting for something different.
No. She goes,
Waiting for that hammer to drop.
"It's some black guy. He said he played football."
Yeah.
I go,
That
"Holy
narrows it
shit,
down.
Donna, are you throwing Eric LeGrand out of the club? Are you really? The guy's on the front cover."
Apparently his scam is a wheelchair.
Well,
I've seen them all.
Well, she said
I watch BET. I know how you guys operate.
the funny part is, she said to me, "There's handicap parking right in the deck, right next door."
I guess you're paralyzed, MC Hammer.
But Eric LeGrand is such a gentleman. He's like,
Oh yeah.
"I'm apologizing." He's going, No, she got a job to do, and he's such a nice guy.
Hey Ironside, get the hell out of here. Unbelievable.
Throw him out. He's on the front page, front cover. But anyway, so a lot of Rutgers guys come in. There'll be some guys. There's a coach coming tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'll tell you who it is. Let me see. I just got the text a little earlier. I'm not sure who this is. So
I hope he's paying extra for the money I've lost on Rutgers.
okay, Brett Arnold is coming in. Who is that? Can you Google Brett Arnold, coach at Rutgers?
Yeah, Brandon, I'm sure he's the head coach?
No, the new coach is Chris Hash. Maybe his
Don't
name
look at me.
Did I tell you? Chris Hash, of course, named after the best drug Rutgers gets on that side. Did you ever smoke hash right outside of Rutgers that they sell, the oily hashish?
Wait, say it again.
You ever smoke the oily hashish they sell right outside of Rutgers?
Have I?
Yeah.
No.
Well, okay, we'll talk after the show. Anyway, he's named after that hashish. That guy, Ryan Hash. You ever see that article in Sports Illustrated?
No.
Oh yeah, look it up.
I can't wait to see it.
His middle name's Oily.
Who is this coach?
Hi, I get hash. Is that his?
Oh yeah, okay.
Wait, he's a football player or director?
He's the director of internal football operations.
Oh, so he's not a player.
We'll meet him tomorrow night.
Let me see. Oh yeah, that's good.
We'll meet him tomorrow.
Yeah, all right, tomorrow night at my gig at the what time are the shows? 8 and 10:30 or something?
7:30.
7:30. I'll be there. Just do a half an hour.
How are you getting there, by the way?
How am I getting there?
Are you driving?
Yeah, why?
I didn't know I was sending a car.
Oh, you want to send the car?
I'll send a car.
Okay, fine. I mean, I don't drink anymore, so I can drive. But
Whatever you want to do. Are you staying?
I
there?
stopped drinking in front of people.
Are you gonna? I just died.
I knocked.
Are you?
So what happened?
You have to stop moving.
There you go.
Stop moving. Are you staying at the hotel? Or are you coming back home?
Say, ask me, are you staying at the hotel again?
Ask you.
Ask me again.
Are you gonna stay at the hotel?
Yeah, no, I'm going to leave my $2 million condo to stay at the Brussels Hilton. No. Listen, Dan will tell you, I drive home from Pittsburgh. I don't like hotels.
Right, okay.
No, I appreciate you getting the room. Get it for Danny, so I'm here alone.
Are you coming down?
We need a place for the equipment. We're going to be doing some podcasting, interviews. Is that okay? Is that cool?
You could do a podcast tomorrow.
No, we're not going to do a full one. We're going to interview some people.
I would love it.
Dan's going to interview the salad.
Yeah.
Do you
Are you coming down early to set up?
Yeah, Dan, well, he's got just a microphone. Yeah.
All right.
Dan looks at him like,
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
We're on radio.
We'll do a podcast.
No, we'll grill. What are you doing tomorrow? Come by.
Yeah, I will.
Are you? That was a bluff question. I thought you told me you were busy. That's why I asked that.
Oh, no.
No, honestly.
I'll bring Brian Wilson.
Please come by. Yeah. Are you around tomorrow? Go figure. Both of you guys are free.
Friday night.
Where's the chick that you talk like? What's she doing?
Oh, she's down in Florida. She's out.
You got the microphone there, Brian. You can talk if you want to. Yeah, when you get asked a question. Okay. Never besides that, but no, yeah, there you go. It's working. And Stace, what are you doing tomorrow?
Nothing. I'm off.
You want to come by?
Come by.
Maybe.
Go with these guys. They'll give you a ride.
If I could go, me, I'll see.
Did Stacy play your club?
She's doing the voice that you did before in the story.
Does Stacy pay your What about this kid?
Stacy just asked me for a date in
April.
How about playing your club?
Yeah.
What about this now? Would you be enough room with your chain for your pants in the back seat for?
I don't know. It takes up a lot of space.
I love girls.
April 28th. Did you get that down with Mark?
No, not yet.
Are you going to do that?
Yeah.
April 28th.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
down with
She wants to come to it.
You're down with Crestor? By the way, if you guys see the Crestor commercials, how did that racist commercial get by the black woman who's down with Crestor? Have you seen that?
No.
The doctor just goes, how do they get away with that? The doctor goes, congratulations, you're down with Crestor. You go, yeah. Then she starts dancing like, Google it.
The cholesterol medication.
It's a black woman. And she goes, the white doctor goes, congratulations, you're down with Crestor. And she goes, yeah, baby.
I'm down with Crestor.
She tells strangers, I'm down with, like high-fiving awkward white people.
Oh, my God.
Like, congratulations, you're a stereotypical black woman. And by the way, Jeb Bush is now taking his mom out for the campaigns.
They propped her up?
Listen, he's got to stop doing it. I don't know who is advising him. It looks like Jeb Bush is bringing George Washington. Yeah. It looks like Jeb Bush and George Washington, the father of our country, are campaigning. Hey, honestly, he's in that daze he's always in. Like,
He's very goofy, Jeff.
he is. Well, they say in
He's so goofy.
Popular Science said robots are going to take over every job, and if he gets it, apparently president's the first one. He is so stiff.
I honestly didn't know he was still running.
All right, whatever.
He's been out of the news.
You were pressing buttons. Let's hear the political buttons you were pressing.
Well, Stacey does not think that Donald Trump is representative of our country.
Do you think
he's
he's a
the
demagogue?
number one guy.
What's a demagogue, Dan? That's what they say about Trump. What's a demagogue? Don't pretend to know it. Just look it up. But does anybody know what a demagogue is? I want to hear Grillo.
Yeah. Someone lesser than a god. But better than you.
Yeah, better than me, that's for sure. Demagogue. What did he think?
A demagogue runs everything.
But it's a bad. Obviously, it's an insult to give demagoguery.
It's an
Mussolini was a demagogue, but I don't know what exactly it is.
Well, on this podcast, you are a Democrat.
I'm a Democrat. What is it?
It's a political leader who seeks support by appealing to popular desires and prejudices.
Yep.
Well, that's called a politician.
So the word is misused then all the time because I always thought it was an insult too.
What would you say? It's a politician. They just
Yeah, it's
describe them
politician.
all-
Everyone's a Democrat.
That's what they all do. Popular, opinions.
He's but he panders to like ignorance.
Yeah, but what do you think? You see, okay,
Like my-
I
like-
this is
agree
where we
with
got
you
into it.
here because that's what they all do, Stace.
No,
They
but in
all
a way
they're
that
all playing,
it's embarrassing.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Do you
Jeb
think
Bush
Hillary
is
Clinton?
she's embarrassing too. Yeah.
Yeah, and do you think that when she's saying college is going to be free, you don't think that's embarrassing? It's impossible.
She's
It's just
70
I'm
and
not
I-
saying I'm a Hillary.
Fuck you!
Fuck you! Suck my dick.
Do you want to caucus? I'll caucus right now.
Caucus your ass.
I'll caucus like a sea club.
I don't agree with any of the politicians 100%.
Okay, but my
I'm
point
running
is,
for
they're all
president.
bullshitters.
I'm getting
That's
sick
right.
of them already.
Except Trump, maybe. That's the
No,
irony.
I think he's dangerous. I think he's. I think
what's
he's
dangerous about it?
This is what I don't think he's particularly dangerous, but I think he'll incite people.
Do you
to
think
act
it's just the
dangerously.
beginning, tip of the iceberg that a Blumpkin's now a Trumpkin? You think that's just the beginning?
Yes, and I think
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a serious question. How many times have you used the following expression? It's not all Muslims. That's what I think that you.
Yeah, no. Well,
I
that's the big
particularly-
issue. Do you think it would look? He's pressing some buttons
I'm
there.
attracted to Muslims as a sexual fetish, but
What?
Yeah.
Well,
It's a joke, Artie, it's a
no, but
joke.
well, first of all, I can believe that. That's fine. What does that have to do with anything?
Okay, my point is, okay,
What
you
about-
say he's
what about
dangerous.
Grillo?
Why is he dangerous?
because he incites people who are racist to be more like.
How do you know that? Do you have proof of
Yeah,
that?
people go, yeah, get the Muslims out of
Where
the
do you
country.
see that?
What he
Yeah,
said?
I haven't seen that.
When he said that we're not going to let Muslims in the country.
No,
That's pretty.
but he's again. He knows that's not going to
Syrian
happen.
Muslim.
But I don't think, and I think that
Thank you,
that
Grillo.
was widely, like, people was, oh, don't say that. I think that they went the other way.
I think
it's-
that the people that believed it really believed it.
I think what incites
Yeah, because
people.
they're stupid. You're right.
Exactly. He's pandering to
Yeah,
stupidity.
but that's
I
what
don't
they all
like,
do. If stupid people didn't vote, none of them would get in.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
true.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton's up there with that pantsuit going, I fought in 1958.
I didn't say I agree with her either.
Bill Clinton's behind her going, I remember that blowjob. Oh, my God.
Look how they pander. Jeb Bush is wheeling his 97-year-old
I
mother
know.
out. Okay, out of the closet, dusting off the
Donald
mothballs.
Trump.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Listen, again, I agree with Vinny in the sense that at least he sounds like he's trying to tell the truth. I mean, Hillary Clinton, when Bill Clinton recites the scriptures, don't you laugh at the irony
hate
of that?
that stuff.
I mean,
Don't incite
Hillary
it.
Clinton sold her soul. She wants a job. The office she's going to go to every morning, her husband got blown by a fat chick.
I know, it's ridiculous.
He got laid in every room in that
I think
place.
she just wants to become president to say fuck you to her husband. At
So
this
what
point.
are you saying? Who's worse, her or Trump?
I think they're both equally suck.
So okay.
Okay, so who would you pick? You got to pick
Don't
someone.
say Bernie
Who?
Sanders because he's 98.
Would you vote for Bloomberg?
I think I might vote for Bloomberg.
Oh, he's not running. So
Bloomberg,
I
the guy who had this judgment. We got the single worst traffic
I-
problem in the world on 7th Avenue.
Okay.
Let's put a cafe in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's what we need. Where people are dying in ambulances because of traffic. Let's put a fucking place to make a macchiata.
And you can take pictures with Elmo.
Exactly.
I hear
And
a
Elmo's
siren.
groping you now.
Elmo rapes you.
I know.
I've gotten raped by Elmo.
I hear
Remember
the
the old-
siren. Is my frappuccino ready?
Exactly. Is that somebody dying? No, that's your frappuccino.
I have a big problem with politics right now. I don't.
Or
know-
everybody who thinks logically should.
But
you know-
I don't think they divide church and state enough. I think religion comes into the picture.
Well, to Trump and the Iowans, that's for sure.
And I hate it. I hate that. It's a very big problem.
All right, you
for
have
me.
to pick someone out of this group. Who would you pick out of the group? I mean, you got to pick somebody.
Grillo. Oh, that group.
Who do you take?
Dan Pilato.
Would you
for
take
president.
any Republican ever?
No.
Okay, so
Not
first
of all time?
Because they're going to take away my productive rights.
Oh,
I can't have a
oh,
baby.
you're
Trump
productive,
wouldn't.
right?
Trump wouldn't.
That
Trump
woman's
said no
bullshit.
to that. Trump said women should be able to have an abortion.
You'll always get an abortion like you'd always get heroin. It's all bullshit.
All right,
They
I
look
get
the other
it.
way. You can always
Yeah.
get it.
And by the way, I got 5 daughters. I have this abortion issue on my mind every now and again.
Right.
It's a
So,
tough
you know,
issue. It is. I mean, when you think about that,
It's not
like
just it's health. It's the whole thing with Planned Parenthood. It's not just about abortion. It's about taking
But
care of your
women
vagina.
should stop voting with just their uterus. You got it. There's more
I
at
don't vote
stake.
with my uterus. I
Wait.
vote with my brain.
You said you had 5 daughters?
I have 5 daughters.
Stay away, girl.
Stay away.
None of them live in a walk-up
Can
Steve.
I do an impression of them? Hi, I'm Steve.
I
Would
think
you call people's fathers like that? Go, hi, I'm your boy. I'm her boy. I'm your new son-in-law. Get a GPS. Give me an address. I want a GPS and cave in your head with a fungo bat. Now, well, I agree with Vinny.
What
in
would
the
you
sense-
vote for?
Well, I'm a convicted felon. I can't.
Well, that's an excuse.
But no, I would. I'm not registered as anything because I think if you're registered as something and you always vote one way, you're
No, I'm
stupid.
saying, but
everything
this-
has to be looked into. In this group right now,
In this group,
I would probably. I gotta tell you, man,
Bernie,
Marco Rubio.
really?
I gotta tell you, I would. I think he's the most presidential. I
You
really
like
do.
Marco Rubio?
Plus
go
the
back and
Cuban thing,
forth.
you got some.
Well, okay, you're back and forth. He's the staunchest anti-abortionist in the group.
He is. He's very pro-life. But
I don't like
again,
him.
it doesn't matter. You're
Right.
going to get the abortion anyway.
I'm not
you
getting
get-
an abortion
Like
because
you
I
get
can't get
drugs
pregnant
anyway.
anymore 'cause
You're
I'm
going to
not
fucking
half
get an
lactose.
abortion.
I said I wanted to keep the baby, Artie.
Did I ever tell you that girl? Did I ever tell that girl about Lonnie at Scores when he would bullshit the strippers and pretend like the movie I was in was the best movie ever? Like he'd talk you up, and they never knew what movie I was in. So 5 like Puerto Rican strippers were around me and we're just talking. And Lonnie comes up and goes, "Girls, you're talking to the guy who starred in my favorite movie of all time, Dirty Work." And the girl goes, "Really? Yours is Dirty Work? Mine's Lethal Weapon too. You know why?" And Lonnie grabs her arm and goes, "Tonight it's Dirty Work." She was all scared. My Lethal Weapon 2, first of all, was her favorite movie. Mine's Lethal Weapon 2. You know why? Because the part where tonight it's Dirty Work. Grabs her arm.
that's
it's all
Lonnie.
That's funny.
Lonnie.
Oh man, I have
He
so
got
many,
me so wasted that time.
Oh, I
remember?
got so many.
What
good
about him?
stories.
Do you know about your salary with Tom?
Well, I'm partially the reason why Howard got into Scores because Lonnie I lived down the block and Lonnie was a friend of mine.
What did that apartment look like?
Oh, the 65th Street walk up.
Dude, my
Yeah.
God! So you live with who?
Ganji.
I have lost sleep thinking about what that place smelled like.
Oh, wait, you don't understand.
What was the address? What was the address?
Like 421 East 65th Street.
Oh God, that's
the one I vomited in, right?
Yeah. So John lived there before me and Ganji.
Stuttering John, who, by the way, pissed. He would piss on his computer because he didn't want to go to the bathroom.
So you don't understand. Like he left the place in utter shambles. He
course.
nailed dirty underwear to the shit stained underwear to the wall.
Yeah.
And Ganji's where Ganji slept was piles of toenails and,
That's
and
all.
fingernails.
Can you believe that? John would tell me. John was half Puerto Rican, half Danish. I'd look at his apartment and go, "Did you get any of the Danish? Any of the Danish?"
Because it's all over the floor.
His fucking.
It was disgusting.
His car. It's after he was married, we drive up to Boston. It smelled like.
I almost threw up, dude.
It smelled like a shit took a shit on a shit.
Yeah. The best is he used to sneeze and he would just roll down the window and he'd go, "Chih," and it was all over his rearview mirror. You couldn't see out of his rearview mirror.
Insanely Puerto Rican.
Disgusting.
His feet, if you were on the same hotel floor as him, when he took his feet off, his shoes, his socks off.
He had bad
At the
feet?
other, with closed doors, you'd smell it.
Yeah.
Is that the apartment you had with the shower in the
Yeah,
kitchen?
in the we had the shower in the kitchen.
That's when I
course.
Yeah.
vomited.
That's fun, shitting next to your Cheerios.
Yeah, no, you could
It was weird.
you could take a shower and do your dishes at the
Wasn't
same
that
time.
Jackie's apartment first?
It was actually Jackie's, and before that it was he wrote.
There's the
Easy-
germ trail.
Yeah.
Harriet Tubman, the Underground Germ Railroad. God. Harriet Tubman.
But
we would come back from a gig in Maine.
It was
Portland, Maine.
down the block from
That's all right,
Dangerfields.
you can talk, that's fine.
So all the comics from Dangerfields would go back there and like do blow all night.
Yeah.
There was a table and that just had so many chop marks on there.
Well, you were right next to a comic. Have you never got on stage? You were on your.
Yes, you
I've
did.
tried it. I just
Robert
think-
Schimmel showering in the kitchen.
I don't know, man. I just didn't have a good experience doing
He did-
stand up.
he
I have
did-
no problem getting up in front of a bunch of people.
But they did.
Yeah.
Clearly, you're comfortable with this. We're not.
Yeah, please get down. Come off the stage. Thank you.
No. Again, coming back from a gig in Portland, Maine with John, 5:00 in the morning.
Driving.
No, we were walking. That's how we drove. We stopped by.
That's a long ride.
We stopped by, a convenience store. He's getting gas, and I'm starving. So I get a burrito, a microwave burrito. Okay, the bathroom in the little convenience store. The bathroom's right next to with the toilet is right next to the microwave, and so a flimsy door this thick of balsa woods in between you and somebody shitting.
Yeah.
John goes in and shits. I take just as the thing's coming out of the microwave. Okay, I put it on. I'm looking for condiments. I put the thing down.
Condiments?
So within a half a foot from where my burrito's sitting, you hear this. John's in the chair. Like Sonny getting shot in The Godfather. Yeah. Okay, just an apple. Okay, and then you hear the toilet flush. Clearly, no time. If you timed it, no time to flush. To wash his hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Door opens, milliseconds. I don't think you had time to wipe. You hear the. Comes out, sees my burrito, and goes, "Can I have a bite?" Before I could say no, he picks up the burrito and eats it. Puts it down with his hands. That were okay. The guy who grew up in Pakistan thought it was gross. The guy me and the guy who would rather be shitting at the Caliphate home office is looking at it. Me and him are looking. We actually had a moment, me and the guy. We're like, That's the most grotesque thing. And he had to clean up the bathroom.
Oh,
I paid him for it. I go, dude, I'm not. He got a mop, and he didn't even tell you. You should burrito over to the guy. I paid for him to eat it. I was starving. I didn't eat it.
yeah. Why would you?
I said, John, I can't even.
I'll have a burrito hold of shit.
And then he goes, can I get the rest of the burrito, John?
Oh, you.
Just shit. Had a burrito, and like there were remnants all over the.
But the thing about him
5
is
o'clock in the morning. After selling out the Hookie Loud Comedy Connection.
He doesn't realize that at all. That's why.
So why don't you talk to him about
got no
it?
day. We were talking about it constantly.
That's
I told him on
gross.
stage, on the air. We would say it on the air the next day. In one
didn't
ear, out
care?
the other.
That's
You eat too. I'm like, the argument wasn't whether I ate. Is your argument I'm a human being? That's the argument. What the fuck are you talking about?
he has no hygiene.
No hygiene.
None.
Did that bother you? No, you're right, Grillo. No sense, no self-awareness. And not an ounce of the Danish.
Not an ounce of the Danish.
All Puerto Rican. Unbelievable how he lived. Unreal.
Dude. Me and Ganji took 2 days to clean that apartment. Yeah. And the funny thing, there was cockroaches everywhere. Okay,
Wait, fingernails? He wouldn't clean up the fingernails.
No, there was fingernails. Ganji was vacuuming the fingernails out of the rug for like months.
First of all, living with Dan, I have orange towels, and Dan's one of these guys who
Why?
shits and then wipes his ass with the towel.
What if orange?
My mother, I gave my mother a budget, and she bought whatever. She was having a good time. So, so he shits, and wipes his ass with the orange towels. My towels look like the Bengals helmet.
What?
My towels, they look like Cincinnati Bengals helmet. My towel.
I can understand the comfort of wiping with
Vinny's
a
the only
towel,
one got
but
that?
why would you do it when you had a roommate?
I'm making a joke to get to the helmet joke. Vinny gives it up. You're
can
sitting there
rinse
like
it
a
out.
fucking bump on a log. This is why you can't come in.
Yeah.
No more.
Then he gets the joke. You're sitting there like, what do you mean? Oh, shut up. He didn't wipe it. He had more decency than that.
You're not supposed to wipe your tissue with a towel.
He's trying to figure out where the towel is. I could see the comfort.
I've
I could see the comfort.
She's out, so I go, hey,
Look at the look on Brian Wilson's face. He's still going over the John Burrito. The John Burrito show. He looks like someone. He's got a look on his face. He's watching his cat get raped. John was that. He was extraordinary with the hygiene. Lack of hygiene. Yeah.
How do you get chicks?
he did.
He
had the personality.
John is the reason we fought the Revolutionary War.
Really?
Because I'll tell you, he.
That's
Did
John.
OJ get acquitted? So John, doesn't have any radio skills, but he was on the biggest radio show of all time. Not really a musician. He was in bands that toured the country. He's not a comedian. He toured every major club in the country. He has a speech impediment. He got the most coveted voiceover job in the history of television.
Wow.
And he has the hygiene of a hyena that got shit out by a rhino, raised by wolves, and he is also Puerto Rican. And he got cute chicks. Actually, John's wife looks like you.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah,
she did.
She's
Yeah.
very pretty, very pretty.
I knew her a little bit.
Yeah, very pretty.
Very nice girl.
And,
yeah.
and really very sweet, but she, John slowly took her soul. You could watch her soul turning gray then black. Yeah. And then her boyfriend turned black.
Oh. Oh, I don't know that.
Well, read
But
Variety. Read Stepping Out by Chauncey.
he's not with them anymore. He's with
I know, it's a
Metropolitan
shame.
Live.
It's a shame.
Chauncey.
The magazine business.
Chauncey, I'll never forget. He calls up, and this is when that girl Debbie Tay died. And he goes,
Oh, that was sad.
Who's
goes,
Debbie Tay?
She
The
was
love of
she
his
was the
life.
one who won the pay-per-view special, and she was beautiful.
That was the love of his life.
She-
you
he
know?
Wait,
calls me up
first of all, you were into Debbie Tay. What happened with you and Debbie Tay? Did she blow you off?
No, I just didn't know how to play.
She was
I didn't know how to pull
she
the
was a
trigger at that
lesbian.
point.
Yeah, she was a
Pull the
lesbian.
trigger.
She lived right.
She's like, are you going to pull the trigger or what? I'm waiting.
No, I was always stuck in that friend zone. You know,
you were?
Well, until I got a little older and I realized how to.
The friend zone? Oh,
Yeah.
you're so gay with the friend zone.
Yeah, well, I got stuck there.
Yeah.
But so Chauncey wants.
Because you got stuck in the shitty shirt part of the Gap.
Sorry, I forgot my Villanova basketball T-shirt.
Hey, look, I only people bring me shirts at gigs. Sorry. It's okay. I'm sorry.
So she
By the way, you
always.
need more glue for your hair. It's coming in.
No, I don't got no glue in my
It's
hair.
epoxy to your hair.
That's all I got. Leave me alone.
Eddie Munster called. He wants his hairdo back.
Need a haircut, man. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So
Need a haircut.
Debbie Tay's, she dies of a heroin overdose.
Oh, okay, Jesus.
And
How
he
dark.
calls me up and he goes, Steve, I got Debbie Tay's remains today.
Oh, that was
but
horrible.
Wait
He goes-
a minute. Debbie Tay's remains?
Yeah,
It's a horrible story.
Who called and told you that?
Chauncey.
Oh,
So he goes,
he's
but
gross,
he goes,
yeah.
are there supposed to be bones? And I go, what do you mean bones, Chauncey?
They were John's toenail.
He goes, I said it should be like dust, like it should be ashes.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
there's
dust
bone
in
fragments
there.
in there. He goes, no, like I got a box of bones, like I can see ribs and fingers.
Wait, you got John's order?
Yeah.
Did you get Popeyes? I sent you Debbie Tay's remains in my Popeyes order.
But yeah, I don't know. They just
Wait
they-
a minute. What
they-
the fuck? I give it. This story is crazy.
You don't know the story? It's a famous
a-
story.
No,
famous story.
Is the FBI on this? I mean, what the
No,
fuck?
so they gave him a box of like.
Was it Jimmy Hoffa?
It was
Pretty
you
much,
could see.
yeah.
I said, "What?" So of course, I immediately put it on the air. And
Chauncey
Howard,
Hayden stepping out said he got her remains
he brought them in.
with bones.
Yeah, he brought them in on the
And
air.
what happened?
Bones.
How did you get to the bottom of it? DNA?
I never got to the bottom
You
of
know
it, but
the story,
you
though.
could see ribs and fingers.
No,
and
there's a
everything.
big story to it.
God.
What do you mean ribs? Like
No, there's
You
a
could
big
see it was
story to
clearly a
that.
rib.
say it's a big story.
Okay, so basically they were playing with the family ended up
not
suing
girl.
Howard
It's a
and
big
Chauncey.
story!
No, it's a big story that they ended up suing Howard and Chauncey
said it
for
again.
playing with the
Oh, that's why
remains.
Chauncey actually got in
Yes.
Howard wouldn't talk to Chauncey anymore, right? They had a big-
Yeah.
I know they had a falling out.
They were like playing with the remains like it was a
That's
sandcastle.
what happened with Chauncey and Howard. Okay.
That was a big story.
Said there were fingers in the ashes.
No,
Yeah.
there wasn't even
Fucking
ash. It was a
retarded.
box of bones.
Man,
Like
They
a
were-
girl-
they were taking
girl's
them
a defense
out.
attorney. It was a box of bones, counselor.
No,
I
they
need a
were taking
haircut.
them out.
It was a box of bones.
You were on the
A
show.
box of
during-
boobs.
Were you on the show at that time?
Yeah, I'm the one who put Chauncey through.
Was it one of the 17 years you were on the show?
No, and they took the box into the studio,
Yeah.
and then Howard was playing with
Oh.
it, and Chauncey was playing with it. The family, it was
they were picking up the bones.
yes,
Yeah. Howard goes, that's
Well,
definitely
clearly
a finger.
it wasn't her bones,
No, it
right?
was. No,
was.
It was not her
clearly-
bones.
It was clearly
It was her bones?
It was her bones.
Yep, and the family.
It was her bones.
How could a crematorium send bones? That doesn't make
Probably
sense.
were-
You know what? I would go to a Krispy crematorium. me and the cabbie.
and they sued and all this
That's
stuff.
incredible. Howard got sued for what?
For the
He got
look it up.
settled out of court for it. He probably wanted
exploiting
to. He probably wanted to kill
defamation of the
Chauncey.
body or something. There's some kind of law.
Yeah, there's a law. You can't play with a dead body. I know
Yeah.
that.
So
Really?
I don't know,
No, I
look
definitely
at-
can't.
Can you fuck one?
Google it.
No.
Well, cut to me moving to Canada.
Uh-oh.
Chauncey told me the whole story once. Yeah, It
I'm
was-
sure you did.
he did.
Does that turn you on, sweetie?
Yeah, when he
Stacey, you're a very beautiful woman.
You want to play with my bones?
Yes. Did I tell you the story about the time I had sex with a bones? with a woman's ribs? And my best friend was Grillo at the time. That's right, the Grillo. Yeah, you need a haircut, Crystal Gale. Look at you.
Yeah, look at that.
You're,
Starting to
always,
look like
you're red,
Gandhi.
too. Are you okay? You're flush.
I'm a little flush.
You look a
Why?
little
I
pale.
don't know.
You know what? I feel like James Conley guy. Like,
It's
have
sort
a little brandy. Sweat it out.
Yeah.
Dan, it's the first thing I don't fucking see him anyway. You sold out.
It looks like maybe you're almost something you took is affecting you.
Yeah.
Would you mind if I play with your boobs?
Yeah. I think I took something. Try taking an acting class.
I'm
You do look a little flush.
Dan with the
yeah,
fake laugh.
it's just it's all the attention I'm getting right now.
You are getting a lot of attention.
He's shy.
Well, let's. We're about the 2-hour mark, and let's. First of all, okay, I want to thank you all for coming in. Another great. I mean, this is just a hang. That's what the show's about. Just talking and bullshitting, and Grillo sitting here, and everyone else being funny, and it's great. I love you, Grillo. I'm telling you right now, you have an open invite. Come in here, buddy. I want you to come in here, and
All right.
you as well. Come on in. I mean, when we're doing a Super Bowl. What are we doing? I got the gig. Okay, that. Dan, what's the matter? Dan's face is like. No, what? I said, Dan, can I come over? Does anyone else agree with me? Dan's face gets very depressing, right?
I know he looks cheery. I don't know.
I don't know. Stacey, is he depressing? He's being ironic.
Dan was laughing before. Now he has different faces. He makes
What's the most face you see him with the most?
like he makes it like he like holding his laughter face, and then sometimes he looks like he's like making faces like behind your back.
That's not the question I want. All right, but tomorrow 2 shows and Saturday 2 shows at a club I've been playing for years, and we're gonna have. Obviously, look, it's gonna be a blast tomorrow. We're gonna have.
It's gonna be ridiculous.
It's gonna be such a fucking party. I may do a video component. YouTube,
You can do a video component.
I may do a surprise video component. I may not, but we're thinking about it. The shows are gonna be great. Grillo might stop by, right?
Yeah, I'll be there.
You're definitely gonna come.
Yeah, I'm gonna come.
That's great.
I'll
And
be
the
with
Ghost of-
John
Ghost of
Valdez.
And listen, if you want to, seriously, if you want to come in if you want to wash dishes or anything, I'll give you $6 an hour.
Thanks.
And with you and the Ghost of Christmas Past with your chain.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like. At every voiceover audition from 2004, just like, come tomorrow. You're going to come with 7 o'clock show, right?
I'm going to give you my phone number, and you call me and you tell me when you're coming. Okay. I'll give you my number right now.
States,
555.
That's what I did once in an auction. I had nothing. By mistake, David told at this auction I had nothing. I forgot to bring a signed thing. So I auctioned off Spade's cell number.
Oh, you did not.
I left one number off.
Okay.
I gave my number out on Philadelphia radio.
I've done that a couple times
Yeah.
on Stern. I did on Howard once. He goes, "You want to do it?" I go, "Yeah, I'll just change it." So I did it, and 4,000 voicemails. Truckers in Arizona. You think they prepare something? And then I goes, "Oh, would you do a show for my sister? She's got eczema." Well, where'd you get out your phone? What happened? You were on the air in Arizona?
I was on the
As a
air
regular?
in Philadelphia.
Oh, Philly.
Preston and
Philly.
Steve. And I gave my number out, and the phone just exploded.
Yeah.
It was fun. But people call and go, "Is this really you?" And
I know.
wow, that's cool. And then they hang up. All right.
They don't even say hi or anything, right?
No. Well, some people. I treated one lady to a show.
Oh, that's
I said, "Come see my show." She comes in. Her husband looked just like David Crosby. And after the show,
Well, David Crosby without the singing talent, there's a catch.
after the show, she goes up and she goes, "Hey, this is my best night in a long time. It's the first night out for me." Her daughter had committed suicide, and she didn't go out forever.
Best night ever.
Well,
What?
what she meant?
This is my best night ever. My
Well,
daughter committed suicide.
No. It was
That's what you just said. We're gonna play that now too next to Gorilla. Did he not just say it's my best night ever? My daughter committed
all
suicide.
right. I got a little out of
Finally, the bitch is dead. Plagued me my whole life.
I mean, wow.
Night of 1,000
And then
clips.
Jenny's like, and then I fucked her. What happened?
She had committed suicide months earlier, and this was her first night out.
A couple months went by. It's fine.
A couple months went by.
Then she committed suicide.
Just try and do a nice thing for somebody.
Oh, wait a minute. Look, spring went by. Get over it. Here's my cock. That's unbelievable. That's so funny.
That's
great.
funny.
Now listen, we do a good thing. We're nightclub people. We entertain. We do good things for people. Am I right or what?
I think so.
Well, I like when if I give my number out, because the people that call me, they're always the crazy people that call.
Oh, well, yeah. Some people yell, but some people say evil. Like Philly, you can tell it's a Philly person because they say the most evil shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, hey, Artie, your mother told me she was constipated last night, so I fucked the shit out of her. Like, how long have you been waiting to tell that one there? Rodney. But some of them are like, hey, I just found out from my doctor my dick is contagious with AIDS, so you should check your sister's mouth. Then there was a pause, and you hear him like he actually missed the joke. You're going, anyway, oh wait, for AIDS. Here's Buddy go, you fucked up the joke at the end. So this is exactly what you heard. The whole message was this. Hey, Artie, I just found out from my doctor my dick can transmit AIDS, so you better check your sister's mouth. For AIDS. I said, you just inadvertently, for the wrong reason, made me laugh harder than I've ever laughed. Was the joke that funny? No. For AIDS.
For AIDS.
I took about voicemails. I was like, hey, Artie, I just found out from my doctor my dick can transmit AIDS, so you might want to check your sister's mouth. For AIDS. He fucked up again. The guy knows it for leukemia. No! Leukemia. Why you say leukemia? For Crohn's disease. Fucking idiot. Start from the beginning.
Hang up. Call again.
Yeah, Artie, I just found out I have AIDS, so put... No! Can I touch your tits? There's no way to laugh any harder. I love you all. And what? You got any plugs? You got your business, your lighting business. What's your full name?
Roy McDonald.
Roy McDonald.
Right.
Gee, you look like Roy McDonald. Is that Scottish, Irish, right?
Irish.
Very Irish. God bless you, buddy. Come back with Grillo, man.
I will.
Yeah, absolutely. And Stace, what do you got plug-wise? Are you doing anything with Machete? What are you doing?
No, I'm gonna be in LA in March and with.
Yeah, I think you're doing. First of all, you're doing the Stuttering John's Wife lookalike contest. Right?
Yes.
No, wait a minute. Go ahead. What do you got?
Dirtiest toenails contest.
Can you imagine?
Oh, it was so gross.
Finding a stack.
It was a stack.
Toenails.
Stack.
Yellow.
Oh, it just a pile. Obviously, it was his favorite place to clip his toenails.
That takes a long time.
I
to
can't
stack.
even imagine.
No,
I can't for AIDS.
for AIDS. One of my favorite stories is Robert.
We're out of time.
Okay.
Roy loves that one. Roy loves the bullets he's getting hit with. Right?
Eric Roberts came in
that's
to the radio station the first time.
I love Eric
and
Roberts.
he must have been coked out of his mind. He goes,
Of course he was.
He goes, can you do me a favor, man? could you go ask like some of the female employees if they have like a maxi pad? And I'm like, and I go, what? Why would you want that? He goes, because my armpits are sweating really bad. And they really soak up the moisture.
Oh my God!
Could you ask a female?
Yeah. So I go around and it's like 7:30. Like there's like maybe two women.
Well, first of all, 7:30 in the morning, he's up, he's on coke.
Oh, he's so coked out.
Eric Roberts.
Wait, so then I come back in the green room. I said, sorry, and he's clipping his fingernails. And there's a garbage pail right next to him.
Holy
and he's
shit.
clipping them. They're going into the. I said, Mr. Roberts, there's a garbage pail right there.
Mr. Roberts.
I said, there's a garbage pail right there. He goes, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
And
asshole, I got eyes, fuckface. Go get my maxi pad, bitch. Thanks for the lesson on where the fucking... where's the ashtray,
So
dickface?
Howard made me pick them out of the thing, and he put them in a Ziploc bag, and he was gonna they were gonna auction them off like Eric Roberts' fingernails.
That's why that,
Jesus.
That's why that show's the greatest show ever.
I'd pay big for Eric Roberts' maxi pads, but not his fingernails.
Jackie frantically writing that idea. You should have auction it off.
Yeah.
That's
That is so
amazing.
disgusting.
But yeah, it's so great.
That's beyond disgusting.
Oh yeah, I was like, what? And I'm the one who had to clean it up.
Mr. Roberts, your toenails.
Mr. Roberts, why would you?
Yeah, all right. And I didn't know anybody. I didn't know what Pete coked up was at that point. But for damn
Well,
sure.
who could afford blow? Your old man's a mailman. Did you ever catch your father giving letterhead?
Letterhead? Oh. But
For AIDS.
For AIDS.
Yeah, where is that guy? I gotta find that guy. What a funny motherfucker. And I got his friend I gotta find because he's funny. Embarrass me. All right. Thanks, guys. Stace, what's your website?
StaceyPressman.com.
Twitter is what?
Stacey Pressman.
And Bichetti? What about
Mike Bichetti.
What want to plug Bichetti? What's
Oh, Mike. We're doing a bunch of shows just going
in LA,
forward.
you're gonna go by LA just the two of you, like you always do. And what
Right.
happens there with Mike? Do you see him? Are you worried about him? Does he disappear? What happened? The dynamic is crazy. You got to tape the whole thing.
Well, Mike sends videos to Snuggles every once.
Snuggles is her cat, and
Yeah.
Mike talks. Do we have it? Can you get that easier now? Here's my. Okay, we'll end with this. I promise. Here's Mike Bichetti. Because Mike, of course, is completely in love with Stacey.
Of course.
We all are, but Mike takes it to another.
Yes.
Okay, so if Danny could find it, this is Mike talking to her cat. Okay, and was the cat sick?
No, he was better, but he was fine at the point.
Okay, so Mike
He says
Bichetti-
he has a present for Snuggles for his birthday.
Trying to get. Well, we know. We'll hear it, but
No, he
is it
hasn't
brownie
given it-
points he's trying to get? You think with you when he talks to the cat like this?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Wait, Roy.
Well, Mike
you're
and
gonna
I are
love this,
very
Roy.
close friends.
Roy, you're gonna lose hair laughing at this.
Mike and I are very close. You know how.
But you
close
know
we are.
Mike loves you, right?
Yeah, I love
well,
Mike.
we all. But listen, by Roy, have you ever considered putting your sunglasses on the back of your head, turn around? That's Cousin It.
do it.
Cousin It. Could you do Cousin It from the Munsters?
Shit.
That's right. That's a perfect Cousin It.
He has
Thank
great
you.
hair, Roy.
The one impression he does, Cousin It.
Kevin is not from the Munsters, right?
Cousin It.
Cousin, it's
Adam's family.
Adam's family. Adam's family.
Yeah.
Orny Adams family.
The Orny Adams.
And no, Dan?
Hi, Snuggles.
I will shit out heroin for you.
Hi, buddy.
I will shit out heroin for you. And I will leave
These are
you
different
people.
ones. I also got Mike to agree to. We got hidden camera. We were going up to Montreal Comedy Festival, and I got Mike on tape. You didn't know we were being taped. To agree to swallow a heroin balloon and shit it out for me.
Oh no way!
Yeah,
He's such a good guy.
He calls Grillo all the time.
Oh,
too.
yeah,
He's
I
doing.
just want to see how you're doing.
So
How you
what, do
doing?
you have anything without that, Dan? Or either one separately we'll end with, because both are funny. The one he doesn't know what to do. He goes, Artie, I don't want you to get in trouble. We'll be fine. I'll have a seizure if I don't have it. He goes. So finally he goes, I will shit out heroin for you.
That's too
Imagine
funny.
him shitting the kale he has to eat.
Oh man!
Banana muffin.
I go, Mike, I see you eating mozzarella. It's going to take forever. Lay off on the cheese, Mr. Epoxy.
You asked him what kind of
I
roughage.
can't forget it. It's 2015. We can't find it. Are you really giving up? You're giving up, right?
No, I can find it. He said.
How long?
Because I was.
Well, these guys got to go. How long?
Give me like a minute and a half.
Time it.
Time to go.
Grill, you want to? We'll take a minute and a half. You want to say the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yeah.
Vin, you got anything else you want to plug? What's coming up at the club?
Yeah,
besides
All right, so here's what's coming up. So first of all, there's you, which I love, right? Then there's
the hot waiter.
then Brett Ernst,
Brett Ernst is
Oh,
a
I know
great
Brett. I
comic.
know Brett,
He's a
yeah.
great comic.
and then I'm doing my week, February 18th through
Oh,
20th.
cool.
No, wait, this is great. You're going to do stand-up.
I'm gonna do 1 hour. It's called An Hour to Kill. I named my show.
Okay.
Also with a
want
video.
me to name my show?
Yeah, you should name your show. What is it?
Artie needs air conditioning money. You're yelling at me for not naming my show? What do
No,
you
you should.
What would you name my show? What would you name me?
I'll tell
My
you after
career.
I watch the first set tomorrow.
Name my career.
Big career. After the first set tomorrow, I'll name your show.
Okay, well,
All right, and then we
pressure.
Margaret Cho, John Leguizamo,
Margaret Cho. Now, one of the funny people.
Kevin Smith, the director's coming in.
Oh, I love Kevin.
That's
night. You never get in one of those movies. Calm down with the.
No, I know. I know Kevin.
You do know Kevin?
Yeah, I know Kevin.
How?
Well, because A, he's a fan of the show, and B,
Fan of what show?
The Stern Show.
I know
Smith.
he is.
But no, he. I went out to his offices. I hung
Dan
out.
still looking
I actually did
2016.
I did an MTV promo for him when he was doing
I thought this
something
would be a
with.
shorter answer. Dan, any luck?
I have all the ones.
2016. Dan can't find a clip on a.
I have all the ones.
Of what?
With the edits in it. Like
I just try it. It'll be, unbelievable. Unreal.
Dan's trying. It's
Look
hard.
at this. This is how much money this costs. We can't play an piece of audio back. It's like a 4-year-old in
You'll find it
Linden, New
faster on
Jersey.
YouTube.
Yeah, you're right. Just play it like this.
Hi, Snuggles. Hi, baby.
Niggas are stupid and violent.
Hope you're doing a lot better, buddy. Mommy said you're a good boy.
Niggas are stupid and violent.
I'll explain
right,
this.
Mommy.
I'll explain this to
Niggas
you.
are stupid and violent.
You're a good boy. When you went to the bathroom. Goody. You're a good boy, Snuggles. I love you. Hope you're doing better.
Went to the bathroom.
Mommy said you're a good boy. You know what that means, Snuggles?
Niggas are stupid and violent.
Next time I see you, without a scratchy post. That's right. You were good.
Niggas are stupid and violent.
Oh my God!
I'll explain what that is.
I want that to be my
Shit out
ringtone.
heroin for you.
Hi, buddy.
Forget it. Okay. When that kid shot up, first of all, this is depressing. There's so many shootings. Like any one of these shootings would have been a big story for like a year with Columbine. Now there's so many of them. That kid who shot up the racist kid in where is it?
Atlanta.
South Carolina. No,
Carolina.
I thought it was Texas.
South Carolina.
Georgia.
All of
It
them.
was Texas. The kid who
The,
shot up.
the church.
No, the church.
Oh, okay, it's Carolina. Okay, and he had a racist manifesto afterwards. He wrote this awful, like his version of Mein Kampf, terrible racist shit in it. It came out. It was in the news. It was on the front page of the paper. So I said to Buschetti, I goofed on him so we'd have him on tape. I said, Mike, this kid put out a video challenging liberal comedians to say this. They go, we don't have. He says we don't have the guts to say it. And I think a lot of people came out like Chris Rock said. If white comics recite this, we show that it means nothing. And I did it already this morning, and I think you should do it too. So Mike said, "I'll do it. I don't care. You have the guts." So we got him to read. Based on that, we got him to read. That said, one of the lines was "niggas stupid about." So we intercut it with him talking to her cat. Like, in other words, him telling the cat that advice.
Yeah. The racist manifesto.
Okay, so play it one more time based on that. Do we have an hour to? Well, can you do this quickly?
Hi, Snuggles.
I'll shit out heroin for you.
Hi, buddy.
I'll shit out heroin for you. I don't want you to shoot people up. I need to.
Hi, Snuggles. Hi, baby.
Niggas are stupid and violent.
Hope you're doing a lot better, buddy.
Telling the cat.
Mommy said you're a good boy.
Niggas are stupid and violent.
That's right. Mommy said
Niggas are stupid and violent.
you're a good boy. And you went to the bathroom. Goody. You're a good boy, Snuggles. I love you. Hope you're doing better.
Went to the bathroom.
Mommy said you're a good boy. You know what that means, Snuggles?
Niggas are stupid and violent.
Next time I see you, without a scratchy post. That's right. You were good.
Niggas are stupid and violent.
Oh my God! A scratchy
He
post.
buys Snuggles presents every time he comes to visit.
I know Mike's he's in bad shape. All right, well, great. Thank you so much. Join us tomorrow at the Stress Factory. I'm going to be there early. We're going to do some podcasting. 2 big shows, 2 Saturdays. It's going to be a lot of fucking fun. And Vinny, of course, a lot of great shows coming up there.
Yeah,
and,
big stuff coming up.
And Vin, look for Vin more on the podcast here. Vin is a funny guy, good hang, and he'll be here more and more. And we appreciate that. And again, Grillo, come on, buddy. You want to come by?
Yeah.
Grillo. And of course, you come by too.
right.
Roy, and of course, Stacy's always here. And,
The company, our company's Bright Shot. That's the name of our
we'll
company.
cut that out.
Our company.
no, plug whatever you want.
Bright Shot, and
Bright Shot.
I'm Steve Gorilla on Twitter.
How do you spell your last Gorilla?
It's Grill but I did Gorilla.
How
for
many
Twitter.
followers do you have?
I don't know.
You know.
No, I sure
That's a way of
I
going.
don't know.
He's
I don't
He's
really
not
do a
into
big
it.
Is it
Twitter
3
thing.
figures?
I don't know. Is it?
I think he has a few thousand.
How do you not know your
I'm
followers?
not a big guy.
No, you have a few thousand.
I'm Vinny underscore brand, by the way. I forgot to say that.
What do you? How many do you have?
I'm just under 5,000, or this could put me over the top.
Oh, that's not bad, really. He has more.
What? Yeah.
2,340.
He doesn't
Oh, wow.
work.
I didn't know
Steve
that.
doesn't even work it.
Yeah, I know you're not working.
When
it
you
either.
joined, when you were on, you
No,
were
I don't. I'm not a big Twitter guy, but apparently I got a big bunch of announcements.
Let's end on this.
I said I was gonna be on your show.
Well, listen, we're going to talk. The show's great. He'll be in tomorrow. We'll leave you with this, of course. Stress Factory. Join me tomorrow, and I love you.
That was fun.
Great job.
She's out, so I go, hey,